Some consider it the best rivalry in all of Omaha. Tonight, we add another chapter to Westside Prep. It's game time on Your View. Welcome to Phelps Field on another beautiful night for football. Along with our partner, John Schreiner, I'm Gary Sharp. It is Westside Prep, John. Maybe you say enough said. Good one tonight, starts district play. They're in the toughest district in Class A. Prep is 4-0, Westside's 3-1.
Yeah, so excited for this game. Should be very good. On paper, the teams match up very well. Loads of high-level recruits in this one. Should be a great game to watch on TV.
Great atmosphere, two great players. Many Power 5 offers headed their way. A.J. Rollins for Creighton Prep, Avante Dickerson for Westside.
Yeah, let's start with A.J. Rollins for Creighton Prep. A young guy, just a junior, already has 3 major college Division I offers. 6'6", 230-ish pounds, plays tight end and defensive end on the outside. He's just a raw freak of nature. Will be one to watch tonight. On the other side, Avante Dickerson. We've had him already once this season. Avante is one of those long, more modern cornerbacks. He's about 6 feet tall, super, just blazing fast speed. Great talent as a defensive back. He's started mixing it on the offense now that he's over some of those injuries he had early on in the season. He will be fun to watch.
It is homecoming here at Westside. It's a blackout. Last year, Westside beat Prep 37-2. That's on the minds of the Junior Jays as they get ready for this rivalry showdown. Kickoff is coming up next on Game Time.
Game Time high school football action on Your View is presented by Iowa Western. The world is waiting. Connect online with Iowa Western at iwcc.edu or call 800-432-5852. High school football fans, for more behind-the-scenes coverage, podcasts, interviews, and more, be sure to check out yourview.com all fall long. Okay, player of the game.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
A fantastic atmosphere for football tonight on Game Time. Along with John Schreiner, I'm Gary Sharp. Westside set to take the field on homecoming against Prep. John, let's take a look at the keys for tonight's game, brought to you by Woodhouse Auto Family.
Well, first for Creighton Prep, we'll begin on offense for the Junior Jays. I think they got to think a little bit outside the box tonight, Gary. Finding mismatches is going to be the key here. Westside's going to key their coverage on Mason Armstead, the big wide receiver on the outside. So moving A.J. Rollins and Joe Boulay around to find some mismatches going to be key to get that passing game going. And on defense for Prep, push Payton. Cole Payton's very good. He can run too. But in the loss to Lincoln Southeast, he was forced into throwing 2 picks. So if you can hassle him, but keep him in the pocket, you might create a couple of turnovers. Now for Westside. On offense for them, perimeter dominance. They have 6 players at the skill positions, 4 wide receivers, Avante Dickerson at the running back, and Cole Payton at the quarterback, who can absolutely break the game open. They've got to get those guys the ball in space and mix it around so that that defense doesn't know where it's going. On defense for the Warriors, don't get comfortable. You might shut this Creighton Prep team down for 3 quarters. You might shut them down for 40 minutes. But they're so good in late game situations, as we've said, 3 of their wins by 4 points or less, you can't ever go to sleep on this team.
Those keys are brought to you by Woodhouse Auto Family. Creighton Prep won the toss, and they deferred to the second half. So Westside dressed in all black. That's the theme. It's a blackout on homecoming. So Westside will kick off. Aiden Jackson, the junior place kicker, will look to send it deep. Prep is 4-0. Westside is 3-1. Their lone loss to 4-1 Lincoln Southeast. This is the kickoff to district play. District 5, which both of these teams are in, is the most difficult district in all of Class A, where 4 teams in that district are 3-1 or better. This is week 5 of 9 in the regular season, and we are set for football. Thanks for joining us on a Friday night. Again, the weather is absolutely fabulous for the final Friday in September. The last 9 years, Westside has won 5 times. Prep has won 4 times. Last year, 37-2 in favor of the Warriors. As Jackson is set to put toe to leather, and we are underway from Phelps Field as it will sail into the end zone for an automatic touchback. And we'll get a look right away at this Prep offense, which will feature, as John mentioned in the open, A.J. Rollins, but a very good, stable quarterback, a senior, John Caniglio, who has yet to throw an interception. We have 2 of the top 10 passers in terms of yardage in Class A here tonight as you get a look at the Junior J starting lineup.
Yeah, and I mentioned at the top, Mason Armstead is going to be the featured player in the passing game. Already has 23 catches through 4 games this season. And then who mixes in at running back? Cachopo. We'll see if he can get it done. They will mix in a couple of other players, especially A.J. Collins at that running back spot.
This is also a Prep offense that will show you a bunch of different looks, and Caniglio will put it up on the first play of the game. Now chased out of the pocket, looking downfield, fires downfield, and it is almost intercepted. Broken up on the play by Rizak, as good pressure downfield by the Warriors. This Westside defense, #1 in Class A last year, they're going to be near the top once again this year.
Yeah, they're very good up front. Cade Haberman getting some looks at the next level. The guy that we loved the last time we had Westside was Radisha, that middle linebacker. He'll be all over the field making tackles at every level.
It's going to set up a 3rd down and long. Trevor Barajas leading the charge for the all-black Warriors. Caniglio on the season, 49 of 92, 582 yards passing, 9 touchdowns. He can also run. He's run 38 times. As everybody checks their wrists as the play is signaled in from the sideline. With a 3rd-year head coach, Tim Young, looks at a 3rd down and 10. The pass, a short one, caught by the sure-handed Armstead, but he had no room to maneuver. And Prep will be 3 and out, and they'll be forced to punt.
And that's something they like to do with Armstead. He's such a good deep threat that they'll just try and run that underneath screen to him to get him some space on the inside when the coverage is backed off. Well played by that Westside secondary right there.
Great story by John on Mason Armstead. We'll talk more about the celebrated senior on this Prep roster as we go along tonight. But YourView.com, John did an in-depth story on Mason, who returns to a site of one of his greatest moments in his football career. As the punt is away, Taggy will watch it bounce, a fortuitous bounce for Westside. Now finally it'll roll inside of the 40. And we're going to look at this Cole Payton-led Westside offense that features Avante Dickerson. But now going into week 5, I think Brett Freund, the head coach of Westside, would like to establish the run here tonight, even with a very talented southpaw.
Yeah, and Cole Payton is good with his legs, so you can do some things on QB run game. You obviously have Dickerson, who's very fast, and Bodie Harrell has been solid all season long with Dickerson, you know, only playing the defensive side of the ball, had that hamstring injury that was bugging him.
An offensive line led by Haberman. Payton in the pistol. Out of the backfield is Dickerson. And here's Avante Dickerson on the run with a stiff arm. And he's out to the 45-yard line for a pickup of 7. Avante Dickerson, who last year was first-team All-State as a sophomore. A slew of Power 5 offers, including one from Ohio State, one from Nebraska, Ironically, they meet tomorrow night in Lincoln in a primetime Big Ten showdown. Rare that a kid from Nebraska would have offers from LSU and Ohio State, but that's what Dickerson has. We get a healthy dose of Dickerson, but he got a healthy dose right there on that carry by Perry, who is stout in that interior defensive line for the Junior Jays, and that will set up third down and short.
Yeah, I actually think that these three linebackers for Prep are a very big story in this game. Sing, Stock, Malidi, and Boulay. They're going to have to be very active. You're going to see a lot of crossing routes coming at you, and Dickerson coming out of the backfield.
Standing room only at Phelps Field. Third down and 5 for the Warriors. Snap back to Payton, and he's under pressure. He's scrambling, looking downfield, on the run. He'll tuck it. Can he get the first down? He runs over a Junior J, and he's got the first down. Alex Bullock came up to meet him, and Payton put his head down and ran him over at the marker. And it is a first down for the Warriors. That's the thing about Payton. We've seen his arm, John. We've also seen his legs, and that's what people have to get used to early on with him.
Yeah, already in 4 games has a 9 yards per carry average from the quarterback spot. He's accounted for 5 rushing touchdowns as well.
He's on the fast track. Somebody who is really fast is Dickerson, and Dickerson's got a first down. Avante Dickerson, who runs a 4.440, 36-inch vertical jump, squats 320. He's got a bright future ahead of him, and we see him more active in the run game than we saw when we were here a couple of weeks ago.
And that zone read, when you have Payton who can do it with his legs and Dickerson getting to the outside, that is a tough one to stop.
Not much yardage here, as he is slowed up by Tony Malidi. Prep is 4-0. 3 wins by 4 points or less. That rabbit's foot is in the back pocket of Tim Yonk. And Payton completes this pass. It'll be a little bit short of the first down, as he is able to find Kobe Bretz, who is a junior. Both of these teams are young.
Yes,
especially Westside.
Certainly very young. The junior class for Westside is very strong. Kobe Bretz is another guy who I think you're going to start seeing get some offers as this season wears on.
And Dickerson on a carry again, another first down. Last year, Westside went 9-2. They were knocked out in the quarterfinals by Millard West. Prep last year went 5-5, and they lost their last 3 games of the season. That was a motivation through the offseason for the Junior Jays, who are headed in the right direction with Tim Yonk now in his 3rd year after moving over from Gross, where he won a state title in Class B. Payton runs and runs some more, and he's inside of the 10. He was upended on the play by Toby Okafor, but the legs of Cole Payton grab another first down inside of the 10-yard line for the Warriors.
You see the distraction caused by Dickerson as he runs a little flare route. The defense keying so heavily on him. Payton just tucks it up, gets down the middle, took a little shot on the knee as he went down. Be something to monitor throughout the game because he came up a little bit lame after that run.
Payton, a really good athlete. He's a left-handed pitcher on the baseball team in the spring and the summer. Here's Dickerson, maybe for a yard or 2, trying to run right up the middle. You're going to run into Perry, you're going to run into Pettis. Dickerson coming into this game, he had not had much work on the ground. Only 9 carries. It seems like he's carried the ball 9 times on this opening possession for the Warriors. Yeah. They forced a 3-and-out, and now they will snap the ball, John, from the 6-yard line.
Well, look at this. Trip set to the short side of the field.
That's going nowhere because the big fella, Keyshawn Pettis, 6', 265, has the TFL.
Well, let's take a look and see if Cole Payton makes the right read here. Not really. That's a keeper. That's a quarterback keeper right there. Payton needs to keep that, not give it. Pressure was coming from the inside.
Westside has to score, can't get a first down. Payton throws near the end zone into triple coverage, and it is incomplete.
Looked like he had a receiver open on the right side, right at the front of the end zone, Payton, and he threw into triple coverage instead. back-to-back plays there were, at least from our vantage point, could have been a better decision from Cole Payton.
We have two of the better kickers of the Metro tonight. Pat Foley for Prep, Jack Bush for the Warriors, who will attempt a 27-yard field goal. It is up, and it is no good. So Westside drives all the way down the field into the shadow of the goalpost, and they come up empty. We're scoreless halfway through the first quarter.
Tonight's Game Time keys to the game are brought to you by the Woodhouse Auto Family. For more high school action, be sure to check out yourview.com.
Shop Woodhouse Mazda today, where we make your Mazda buying process easy. Come in today and lease a 2019 Mazda CX-5 for only $359 per month. The all-new 2019 Mazda CX-5 comes equipped with premium features, including active driving display that lets you stay focused on the road and get you ready for your next adventure. Stop by our showrooms at 66th and L or our new location at 144th and Giles for your test drive today. And find your new 2019 Mazda CX-5 for your next adventure, delivering selection, service, and confidence. This is Woodhouse Mazda.
You're watching Game Time on YourView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Scoreless between Prep and Westside as you get a look at the third-year head coach for the Junior Jays, Tim Young, former walk-on at Nebraska. From the pride of Schuyler, Nebraska. He has turned the fortunes around and headed in the right direction at a very storied program. 40 playoff appearances from the Creighton Prep program. Majority of those under the legendary Tom Jaworski, and now Tim Young has really changed the entire culture. And right out of the missed field goal, legal procedure on the Junior Jays, and that'll push them back 5 yards. The Junior Jays went 3 and out in their first possession. Bush missed the 27-yard field goal. Now you're up to date. From Phelps Field on a beautiful night, it's homecoming. Caniglio keeps it and runs right down the middle of the field.
There's a well-executed zone read right there. Caniglio actually has the most carries for Creighton Prep on the season, and he did it right.
He was a big key in their comeback last week, down 3 scores against Millard North. Cassiopo with a pickup of 3.
Yeah, Cassiop's just a little guy. 5'6", 150 pounds. He's got some moves.
John, you've seen a lot of Prep on film. They're going with tempo. A lot quicker than maybe we've seen him at times this year as Caniglio completes the pass, and it's another first down and more after Alex Bullock broke a tackle. And he is inside of the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and this Prep offense this year under Tim Young looks a little different. They don't have a traditional fullback on the roster, which Tim Young himself played fullback at Nebraska, so he loves to use the fullback. They don't have that body, so they had to switch it up a little bit.
TJ Fife is their offensive coordinator, and the quarterback calls his own number. Caniglio with a pickup of 6. Yeah, Tim Young, in the old days of Tom Osborne in Nebraska, was one of those fullbacks. It's got to be strange that now he's playing in a wide open system where a lot of times you see an empty backfield. Just one in the backfield here with Caniglio as Prep has driven from their own 15-yard line. 2nd and 5 at the 26. And before the snap, a whistle and a timeout taken by Westside. Brett Freund, the 11th-year head coach of Westside, takes the timeout. We'll stay right here at Phelps Field. It is homecoming tonight. Their theme for homecoming is circus. Their theme for the game is a blackout. So that's why Westside, for one of the rare times, is wearing all black. But this is, some say it's the best rivalry in Omaha. It's a time-honored tradition. It's probably the way that we'll present it, but it is absolutely packed. Standing room only around the track. From our broadcast location, we have people that are standing behind us. I don't know how they can see. but they want to be part of this. Last year, Prep led 2-0. And then, John, what happened?
Well, then Avante Dickerson happened with an interception return for a touchdown. And Cole Payton happened for a lot. And Westside reeled off 37 straight points to finish that one off.
Game Time High School Football in your view, presented by Iowa Western. The world is waiting. Connect online with Iowa Western at iwcc.edu or call 800-432-5852. Why did Westside take a timeout?
I don't think they were aligned properly. Didn't like what they saw from the offense. Needed to make an adjustment. Prep was just moving the ball down the field.
Bullock catches it. He's out at the 1. No, they say he's in for a touchdown. Alex Bullock from 26 yards off the right arm of Joey Caniglio. And what a drive for the Junior Jays to put the first points on the board.
Well, they're attacking that side with the sophomore cornerback, Jack Wimmer. You saw it earlier in the drive when they went after Wimmer. Wimmer never got his head around, and Bullock makes a spectacular catch. It's a great throw, right in the perfect spot, but Wimmer never got his head around to locate the football.
Bullock got into the starting lineup late last year in that 5-5 campaign. He's an important part of the offense. He's got a name in the box score of this storied rivalry as Foley puts it through the uprights. And an 85-yard drive for the Junior Jays, capped off by the 26-yard scoring pass. Caniglio to Bullock, and it is 7-0 in favor of the Junior Jays, an offense that has scored 32 and 31 in the last 2 weeks. And now Brett Freund will go to work with his offense that drove all the way down the field. They missed a 27-yard field goal, but the head Westside Warrior man, you know there'll be no panic on that sideline. This is a game that you got to control the emotions. A lot of these players have played with each other growing up. They've gone against each other many, many years. They chatted each other on social media. And then when they meet on the field, we usually get some of the best games of the year. And we're lucky enough tonight here on Game Time to give you a front row seat as you see the prep student section dressed in white. The all-boys school that has had fantastic athletic success. Their athletic director, Dan Schinzel, Tom Kirkman, the athletic director for Westside. We thank them for helping us tonight.
Two of the best.
As Pat Foley gets ready to kick off after an impressive drive by Prep. They gave you a little bit of everything to go up 7-0 with 4:40 to go in the first quarter. This kickoff is returnable. And Jack Wimmer, who has a kickoff return on Game Time for a touchdown with a long kickoff return, and it gives the Warriors good field position for their second opportunity with the football here tonight.
Well, it was a good drive last time out for Westside. Just couldn't quite finish it off. We'll see if the Prep defense has made any adjustments to that zone read that was getting so many yards for Westside.
And starting this drive, John, with Avante Dickerson split out. He's in the slot at the bottom of your screen, and now he's in motion. And Payton goes under center, down 7-0. Westside 3-1. They're going to get to the outside. Buddy Harrell, who's part of the homecoming court, for just a couple of yards. This is an area that Westside trying to find some success on the ground. Prep has pitched a shutout this year against Lincoln High. Prep was down 30-10 entering the fourth quarter last week against Millard North, rallied to win 31-30. That was a pickup of 3. Buddy Harrell with another carry, and this will be 3rd down and short.
Well, they've come out in this strong eye formation and run the first 2 plays of this series. Looks like they're going to stick with it. And now Dickerson going to switch sides of the field, line up in the slot to the right.
3rd down and 3. Now he finding a better spot. Everybody's got eyes on Avante Dickerson, a 4-star recruiting prospect. This will be close Another carry by Harrell, and they do signal a first down.
Well, it was actually pretty good pursuit from the inside out by that Prep defense. All those white shirts flowing. Harrell just made that little dive right at the end of his run to pick up the first down. Good job of knowing where the sticks were, where he had to get.
7-0 Prep on a 26-yard touchdown pass. Caniglio to Bullock. Now Payton in the pistol. Snap back to him, and the rush is on. Fires downfield, and it is caught. And that'll be enough for a first down. Lots of Avante Dickerson, more involved in the offense than we saw a couple of weeks ago. Dickerson is number 36 in the ESPN rankings for the class of 2021. According to the World Herald, he is the #1 prospect in the state. Nebraska, Ohio State, LSU, Iowa, Minnesota, on and on and on and on. We could just have a scroll there for the offers for Avante Dickerson.
Pretty much every state, left or right of the Mississippi, all the way up and down, want that young man.
The one offer he is waiting for, Florida. He's a big Florida fan. But A.J. Rollins and Avante Dickerson in Omaha, Nebraska have SEC offers. Harrell with pick up a 2 as the Warriors trying to answer Prep. They're on the march into Junior J territory. Payton, quick drop. Pass caught by Dickerson, and he is immediately brought down on a nice open field tackle by Xavier Reed.
Hey, this is really good secondary play by Xavier Reed right there. He's covering a different receiver, but sees the quarterback targeting Dickerson, comes off his man, springs up to make the tackle. That's perfectly played.
3rd down and 5 now. West Side on this drive have converted a couple of key 3rd downs. Payton looking at a 6-man rush. Pass across the middle. It's caught. First down and more. And Dickerson is to the 22. It's a pickup of 18. And it's a touchdown saving tackle by the ankle. Toby Okafor brought down Dickerson. This is the most, I want to say, John, in the last 2 years that we've seen Dickerson, the most he's been involved early on in the offense. Running the ball, catching the ball.
Well, that play was made because Prep brought a double inside linebacker blitz with one delayed, and it didn't get home. Payton had a wide open middle of the field to look at, and Dickerson was right there.
By the way, Dickerson being looked at as a cornerback, but he's being featured tonight on offense. Woody Harrell. That's a first down in the 2nd straight drive. The Warriors are going to have a first down and goal. They missed the field goal. Prep scored. Now Westside trying to answer, John.
On that last play, middle linebacker for Prep, Malidi, he's in the hole. He's in the right spot, unblocked. He's got to make the tackle.
The handoff to the up man. Will Hurtado. Frank Ryan is busy. Lots of plays on this drive. He's our statistician. We have seen Westside has the ability to go up tempo. They've been pretty patient here on this drive. Payton looks over a 4-man front. Now they will face another key 3rd down. 3rd down and goal. As Harrell was stopped about the 3-yard line, between the 2 and the 3.
Well, I just want you to know, you're looking at it right there on your screen. If we're a little delayed in calling out a player, it's because those numbers are real hard to read from up here.
That is the end of the first quarter. That'll give extra time for Westside to think about this 3rd down and goal. Down a touchdown. Prep and Westside. 2nd quarter's upcoming. This is Game Time on Your View.
Oh, not getting into college with this score.
I'm that score. The reason they're stressed he's not getting into her dream college.
Another practice test.
Doesn't matter. I'll never be ready.
Ready? It's only the biggest test of her life.
When test prep stress takes over, Huntington can help.
Huntington Learning Center helps students of all ages build the skills, confidence, and motivation to improve grades and test scores through personalized attention and proven results.
I got it.
Reject the stress. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN now.
SMART is selling your home with FSBO Homes. The Home Transparency Report helped me sell my home faster and at a fair price. Buyers walked through my home online using the 3D virtual open house. So I had fewer private showings, and I accepted an offer with the tap of a finger. Let's make this sale official.
All the service without the commission. It's the smart way to buy and sell a home.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Football's back, so it's time for a Hog Wild tailgate pack. Includes 2 racks of ribs, our slow smoked meats, your choice of sides, plus cookies and buns. Pick up a pack at a Hog Wild near you.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Hog Wild custom catering for any size event. Check out our catering menu at gohogwild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
What a fantastic shot from Phelps Field, packed house. The blue and the white, the red and the black. Homecoming, rivalry. I need to say more. Well, I'll tell you that it's 3rd down and goal here as Westside's trying to even it up. To start the second quarter, Peyton passed to the back of the end zone, caught, touchdown. Did Taggy get a foot in? No, he did not. Grant Taggy thought he had a foot down in the back of the end zone. The official right on the white stripe said no, and that'll bring up a crucial decision for Westside on 4th down.
Wow.
So Taggy was open in the back of the end zone. The pass was just a little bit high.
We'll take another look here and see if we can see exactly what happened. It's an obstructed view, but where's the first foot?
Ooh,
we can't really make a good judgment from that angle. Another player obstructing the view there, but you said it, Gary. Peyton was just trying to lob that in there, and it sailed on him.
And if you are joining us from around the country and you're wondering why this timeout just happened, are they going up to the booth for review? We do not have review in high school. What we have is a timeout by Prep. So it'll be 4th down and goal from the 2-yard line. That was the first play of the second quarter. It gave Westside extra time, and the play design was good. It was just a little high. Taggy looked close, getting 1 foot down on that back boundary. So you look at the Westside sideline. It's the offensive line. Boy, when you think offensive line in this state, you do think Westside. And you look at all the offensive personnel for a Warrior bunch that has scored 141 points in 4 games. Westside is 3-1. They have beaten Bellevue East. We're playing La Vista here on Game Time. They lost by 5 to Southeast when Lincoln Southeast, who was 4-1, scored 15 points in the 4th quarter last week. Westside shut out Gretna 41-0. Prep has won close ones against North Central, Millard North, and they shut out Lincoln High. 4th down and goal at the 2, just underway in the second quarter. 2 years ago, we had a crazy game that went down to the final seconds. Last year, not so much.
Hey, watch quarterback run right here. They don't have a thumper in the backfield. It could be Peyton.
It is, and it is a touchdown. And John Schreiner will take credit.
Well, when Hurtado's not in the backfield on the goal line, the thing that Westside's trying to do is spread the defense out and create a lane for Cole Peyton to run it in. His 6th touchdown on the season. Here it is. It's quarterback draw. Finds the lane on the right side. He's in for the touchdown.
He didn't even hesitate. There was no one eyeing him as Bush is in to try and tie it up. And his PAT is blocked. Prep 7, Westside 6. Here's how we got there. On a touchdown run, on the keeper by the quarterback, Cole Peyton.
You're watching Game Time on YourView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Shop Woodhouse today during the Jeep Adventure Days event at Woodhouse Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Blair. Get an all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee today for up to $9,000 off MSRP. The Grand Cherokee leads with confidence, exuding strength from every angle and taking the road in premium style. Check out our whole new Jeep lineup and offers at WoodhouseChryslerJeepDodge.com or come out and see us for a test drive just 15 miles outside of Omaha. Woodhouse, where we make it easy to get on the road faster.
Tonight's Game Time keys to the game are brought to you by the Woodhouse Auto Family. For more high school action, be sure to check out yourview.com.
Jack Bush's PAT, partially blocked, leaves the score at 7-6. Prep leads Westside. This week on Your View's high school football recruiting podcast, Over the Middle, Scott Frost is quickly rebuilding the Nebraska-Cornhusker program, one recruiting victory at a time. But Sean Callahan of Huskers Online tells Jeremy Crabtree that Frost and the Husker coaches can fast forward the reclamation project by impressing recruits visiting Lincoln this weekend with ESPN's College Game Day in town and Ohio State. Plus, Jeremy talks about why five-star quarterback Bryce Young flipped from USC to Alabama and how that reverberates across the country. All that and more on this week's episode of the Over the Middle podcast, which you can find at yourview.com. Nebraska and Ohio State both have offered Avante Dickerson of Westside 7-6 as Aiden Jackson will kick off. Jack Bush now 18 of 21 on extra points. As we're into the second quarter in week 5 of the regular season. First week of district play in the toughest district in Class A. And a return and more. Bullock, he broke one tackle into the open field. He has the kicker to beat with a stiff arm. Jackson brings him down, but not before. Bullock returns it 61 yards for the Junior Jays. He's got a touchdown reception and now a big kickoff return.
Okay, we see you, Alex Bullock. How about this? Look at the blocking on that kick return is just magnificent. And then boom, truck stick, bye-bye. Alex Bullock is having a first half to remember here at Westside.
Bullock has a brother, John, who's a walk-on at Nebraska. Alex is making a name for himself. 7-6. One name we haven't mentioned yet, A.J. Rollins, the other Power 5 prospect in this game. Pass out of the backfield. Caught by John McClay, who looked like before the snap he moved Caniglio on some quick game. Threw out into the near flat with a pickup of 7. So good tempo by this prep offense.
Well, let's see if they keep picking on this young cornerback, Jack Wimmer, out here. Bottom of your screen. That's where they've gone for 2 big pass plays already.
Where we know they won't go is Avante Dickerson. That's the top of your screen. Caniglio keeps it. And boy, he is bottled up in the backfield by Grant Taggy, who leads the state in tackles. Just recently received an offer from Northern Illinois, has received an offer from South Dakota State. Things are good for Grant Taggy, one of the best defensive players in the state of Nebraska, as he wraps up Caniglio and sets up a 3rd down and 5. Paccio, boy, he just squeaks out of the backfield, running behind the big lineman. Cassiopo was running behind Joe Krotchek, whose older brother Steven played at North last year. He was leading the way. And that's a 1st down for the Junior Jays.
Well, if they can do that all night, Gary, it's going to be a long night for Westside. 3rd and 5, and you run it between the tackles and pick it up.
They will run again. Cassiopo, this time for just a couple of yards.
Yeah, that's a good stick by Kobe Bretz, coming up from the safety spot, running the alley, filling it in the run fit. making a big hit on Cassioppo.
You really like him.
I do. I think he's a tremendous athlete. And if you ask this Westside coaching staff, they think he's a Division I athlete.
Cassioppo switching to the hip of Caniglio. RPO, Caniglio waiting, and then throws it out of bounds. Smart play by the senior quarterback for the Junior Jays. But here we go again. We've already had this a lot in the first half, a lot of third down situations. 7-6, Prep leads Westside. Westside had the extra point block. That's why we are off a point. As you can look at Tim Yonk on the Prep sideline. He signals in the play. Both of these staffs, lots of experience. The Westside staff has over 150 years of experience. Yonk is joined on the sidelines by two former Huskers, Bob Sludge and Brian Monson. 3rd down and 7. They roll the quarterback out. He swings it to the end zone. Caught, touchdown. McClay was wide open.
43-yard reception of McClay.
Hey, Caniglio's pretty good, I think, Gary. John Caniglio has made some incredible throws already in this game. He does a smart thing and throws it away on the previous play. Live to fight another down, right? And then McClay gets behind the defense on the corner route. Caniglio puts it where it needs to be. And it's a bigger lead now for Prep.
John Caniglio has got 11 touchdown passes, no interceptions. He's got 2 in the game. Foley is on to put the Junior Jays up by 8. And he splits the uprights. McClay got behind the defense. The quarterback put it right in his waiting arms. Prep 14, Westside 6, as you get a look at the scoring toss.
Another bad grade?
I miss low grades and the square root of her biggest problem. I studied all week. I miss poor study skills. I stress beyond her comprehension.
We can't keep having this conversation.
It's not like I want to fail.
When low grades follow you home, Huntington can help. Huntington Learning Center helps students of all ages build the skills, confidence, and motivation to improve grades and test scores through personalized attention and proven results. Keep low grades out. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN now.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Football's back, so it's time for a Hog Wild tailgate pack. Includes 2 racks of ribs, our slow smoked meats, your choice of sides, plus cookies and buns. Pick up a pack at a Hog Wild near you.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Hog Wild custom catering for any size event. Check out our catering menu at gohogwild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Prep with another touchdown pass of 14-6. John Caniglio as the sure-footed Patrick Foley, who has had some big kicks this year, set to kick off, and now it's Westside's opportunity to respond as this kick will chase Dickerson in the end zone, and the Warriors will start at the 20-yard line.
Touchback, so the Warriors counting.
Hey, this feels like a pretty important drive for Westside right now, doesn't it, Gary? If they don't manage to put some points on the board, or if they give it back to Prep really quickly, this could be what amounts to basically a 3-score game heading into the halftime locker room. Westside needs to at least move the ball down the field and turn the field position over. They can't afford a quick giveaway because the Prep offense is humming right now.
Prep used to playing in close games. Again, 3 of their 4 wins in this 4-0 start by 4 points or less. Rabbit's foot, 4-leaf clover. Whatever you want to say, you touch the horseshoe. The pass completed by Peyton.
And the crossing pattern gets up by
Grant
6.
Guyett.
Grant Guyett.
He's one of those underclassmen on this Warrior roster.
Yeah, they get a lot of guys involved in the passing game. You're going to see 6, maybe 7 wide receivers will be in the mix tonight.
They're going to set up another 3rd down and short. As Harrell can't get downfield. Perry with the tackle as they were running behind Kate Haberman.
Perry makes a lot of tackles from that nose position, and you see why. Runs down the line of scrimmage so well, pursuing at 5'11", 270 pounds. Good agility to get down the line and make that tackle.
You are not moving him. He's also got 3.5 tackles for loss. Prep showing blitz. Payton keeps it and runs right down the middle and now cuts down the sideline in a foot race. Cole Payton will outrun the defensive back into the end zone. Touchdown! He goes 72.
Hey, something else. He is something else, Cole Payton. It's the read. He makes the right read this time. He made the wrong one on the goal line in the first quarter. Made no mistake this time. Got behind everybody. Nobody could catch him. 72 yards later, we got a ball game.
On that great fake, you saw the Prep defense flow to the ball carrier, or the supposed ball carrier, and the next thing you know, Payton in that great speed. As they go for two, and all kinds of discombobulation. The holder just kind of threw it into the scrum, and it'll remain 14-12. So a missed extra point, a partially blocked extra point, and then whatever this was.
And they're trying to do a shovel pass on the inside. Trying to get the ball to Grant Taggy as he's coming back underneath. But Prep defense was just crashing in. Able to reject the little shovel pass, and it's a 2-point lead still for Prep.
What if we told you that Cole Payton was only a junior in his second year as a starter? Dylan Klotz, who walked on at Stanford, was the starter, and then it was Payton's turn. He was great last year in the 9-2 season. You can see what he's like so far this season and tonight. He's got both of the Warrior touchdowns on the ground.
Well, I mean, they're good this year, Westside. You see it right here. Loads of talent. You're going to be working hard to convince me that next season, with the junior class that Westside has, they're not preseason #1 next year. This junior class is just loaded for Westside.
I think some guys would not want to fast forward. They waited 303 days before they started this year after the disappointment of losing on this field to Millard West in the quarterfinals.
Hey, they might win it this year. You don't know.
Wild year in Class A. Right now, Bellevue West and Millard West are off to great starts, but there's a lot of depth in Class A that we'll talk about at halftime, which is 8+ minutes away. And a touchback as the kickoff right to the edge of the goal line. Carson Bartak mishandled it. As we get a look at the top 10 of Class A, this is week number 5. Bellevue West with their explosive offense, #1. Millard West, #2. South, the defending champ, Burke. Then Lincoln Southeast, who beat Omaha North last night. We'll see North and Papio South next week. Then you have Westside, Elkhorn South, Grand Island, Prep, and Kearney. That's the top 10 in Class A. 14-12. Each team is matching scores. Caniglio, empty backfield, pump fake. And a pass out to the far boundary is incomplete, as it was a little short of Joe Boulay, one of the two-way starters on this Junior J roster.
Well, with 8 minutes and 11 seconds, Prep doesn't have to put the ball in the air, but that's where they've been having the most success. They've been picking on this secondary, which we thought was going to be pretty good for Westside.
Caniglio chased out of the backfield, and he says, Cole Payton, look what I can do. And he has a first down.
One of the sneaky good battles in this one that we didn't talk about was the two quarterbacks.
No, that was not on our sheet before the game.
No, it really wasn't.
Not with their legs. They're passing. They're two of the top 10 passers in all of Class A, but they're putting on a show with their legs. Payton's got a couple of scores. Caniglio has 2 touchdown passes and an 18-yard pickup. New set of downs for the Junior Jays. Anthony Collins locked up in the backfield. by Trevor Barajas, who lost his helmet. He'll have to come out for a play. A lot of familiar names on this West Side defense. They were #1 in Class A last year on defense. They began the year by shutting out Bellevue East, and they've shut out Gretna. Again, TJ Fife, the offensive coordinator. A lot of different looks.
And a little gang tackle there by the Warriors.
It'll be 3rd down and long once again for the Junior Jays.
Cassiopo just got caught up in some traffic on the inside right there, and it was the substituted linebacker, Will Hurtado, came in as Barajas was off the field, and Hurtado did his job. Made a good tackle.
These two teams in the same district. It's like the SEC West Division, as a timeout will be taken by Creighton Prep. That district includes 4-0 Creighton Prep, 3-1 Elkhorn South, 3-1 Columbus, 3-1 Millard South, 3-1 Omaha West Side, Omaha Northwest, 1-3. I would say that that district is not for the faint of heart, and we will see a lot of that district in the remainder of the season here on Game Time.
Yeah, I don't know the logistics of getting 4 teams from one district into the state playoffs, but if it can be done, it's going to be this one. There are 4 legitimate teams that not only could make the state playoffs, but you think if they get there, they could win the whole thing.
Next week, Papillion La Vista South at Omaha North, and then West Side is back on Game Time at Elkhorn South, and Creighton Prep and Millard South. Creighton Prep after the timeout by Tim Yonk, who with his son at quarterback won a state title in Class B as the head coach of the Omaha Gross Cougars. 3rd down and 12. Caniglio looks to the sidelines. Well, they do a little shifting as West Side settles their defense. Taggy looks like he's coming. Here he comes. Caniglio steps up. He's in trouble, and he goes down. Haberman holds him down like he's on the mat in the wintertime with his stellar wrestling career.
The blitz from the outside by Taggy draws a lot of attention and then forces Caniglio moving to his right, or his left rather, excuse me. And Haberman, good pursuit. Keeps the quarterback in the pocket, gets the sack.
That's a really good athletic family. That's, father's a coach. And they will force the first punt since Prep went 3 and out to begin the game. Boy, Foley is a good-looking kicker punter. This punt will be returned, but not very far. Good special teams tackle by Alex Massick.
It is going to be Warrior ball.
So now West Side has the football, and for the first time tonight, they have an opportunity to take the lead.
No, Grant Taggy took an awkward hit on that punt return, Gary. He's coming off, and they're going to take a look at him. He got hit sort of in the shin area. Hope it's nothing serious, but if he's off the field for any extended amount of time, that's a big loss for both the offense and the defense for West Side.
Especially since he's the guy that runs the defense. His parents, Kelly and Jason, heavily involved in the West Side community, District 66. There was a block in the back called on the Warriors. So it was 6:12 to go in the first half. Stay tuned, coming up at halftime. Stats, highlights, analysis. We'll get you updated on scores around the Metro in Week 5. Also, we'll learn more about the student experience at Iowa Western. Cole Payton with 2 touchdown runs. Here's Dickerson. There goes Dickerson. And maybe right at the sticks. It is a first down.
He just covers ground so quickly. Give him any green space and he's going to just chew it up.
I mean, he plays cornerback, and that's where he's being recruited by all of these Power 5 schools, but nobody will throw his way, so he's involved in the offense. And a loss of about 6 yards here, and it could have been more. Brett's caught it, and he almost lost it.
Well, they had the right call, West Side did. There's another double inside backer blitz from Prep, and they have the screen pass on. It's you know, usually that play goes for a lot of yards, but Peyton had to throw it a little quicker than he wanted.
2nd down and 16. Peyton barks out the signals, looks at a 4-man front. Dickerson's in the backfield with him. Peyton will put it up, and here comes the rush. Peyton lobs it downfield. It is caught. Bretz goes up. He climbs the ladder and holds it down with the defensive back on his hip.
Look at the focus. That's why Brett Freund said if we get this guy straight, he's a Division I athlete. Tremendously athletic play right there by Bretz.
Peyton is throwing into the wind. And a fumble. He held on to the ball on the read, and Dickerson was ready to pull it away. Peyton, fortunately, was right there to fall back on it. Going to be loss of a couple of yards.
It's a little bit of miscommunication in that zone read play. Westside's had a ton of success running it, but look right here. He tried to pull it out too late. He'd already stuck it in the gut of Dickerson, tried to take it back, and ended up in a fumble.
Cole Peyton, only a junior. Such great command of the offense. Him and Brett Freund are in sync. 14-12 prep. Peyton pass caught. And a big pickup once again by Bretz. And finally he goes down as they work the near sideline once again. John likes him. Cole Peyton likes him even more.
Yeah, this is the best protection Peyton's had all night. Standing tall in the pocket, finds Bretz on the outside. And then some tough running at the end. Pick up a few extra yards. Kobe Bretz almost got loose out of there. White jerseys came and finally brought him down, but this is a nice drive for Westside. They can take a lead heading into halftime.
1st down, empty backfield. 5 wide receivers at the disposal of the junior Cole Peyton. He steps up and he goes down by a face mask. Ryan McDonald reached around. He thought he had Peyton, and then he felt the bars and he thought, oh no. And a flag came down. There'll be a face mask on Prep.
Well, it was about time for a quarterback run, so Brett Freund sends 5 wide receivers out. And it looked like Peyton was going to take off and run before that face mask. Here it is.
So automatic 1st down right there. Oh, that's
a bad one.
Yep, that's the 15-yard variety. So now Warriors have the ball at the 10-yard line. Trying to go up for the first time tonight. Snap back to Peyton. He spins away, headed towards the end zone. Touchdown. That's the hat trick. This time from 10 yards out, the Warriors are on top for the first time.
That is Cole Peyton's 3rd rushing touchdown of the 2nd quarter. Take a look. It's a zone read again. Spin out of that one. Tremendous athleticism. And then lowers the shoulder to get across the goal line. Cole Peyton, have yourself a night. And we're only halfway through.
Not afraid of contact. 18-14. And the Warriors will go for 2. Peyton will toss it to the end zone, and they complete the 2-point conversion. And Taggy this time gets a foot, 2, and a derriere down in the end zone. And it's now 20-14 Westside.
I think we're in for it tonight, Gary. Both these teams have come to play. Especially the 2 offenses, and in particular the 2 quarterbacks have been really good. Here's the 2-point play, full house backfield. Just a little lob to the back of the end zone. Taggy on the crossing route, nobody home.
So now it's Prep's opportunity to respond with 3:24 to go here in the first half. Omaha Creighton Prep, such a storied football program, 9 titles. They've been to the finals 16 times. Been in the playoffs 24 straight years. Last year's finish, 5-5, lost the last 3 games, unacceptable to Tim Young. They're off to a 4-0 start, ranked number 9, and for the first time tonight, they trail. Last year in this game, Prep led 2-0. Westside scored 37 unanswered. The year before, Prep scored with 12 seconds to go. They won 45-41. Just going to look at the drive summary. 6 plays, 76 yards. Peyton Bretts, a couple of big pickups through the air. Peyton on the ground, 3rd touchdown. Rushing as Aiden Jackson will kick off. Line drive kick. It is returnable. Here comes Bullock, who had a long return earlier, and this time he's just across the 20, maybe out to the 24. So the Junior Jays, with a couple of timeouts, will have the ball with 3:19 to go and the wind at their back.
Well, what has to be troubling right now, sorry, Gary, for Creighton Prep is Westside hadn't punted yet. They missed a field goal on their first drive, and then they've scored 3 touchdowns on their last 3 possessions. So now this Prep offense, which has punted twice in the game, needs a big response heading into the halftime break.
Caniglio, 2 touchdown passes. A lot of their rushing yards have been courtesy of his legs. Offense that runs for about 131 yards a game. Westside did not have the appropriate personnel on the field. They were making a substitution late.
Well,
Westside tried to get a timeout. Instead, a flag was dropped on the field turf here at Phelps Field. Now they wave it off. Now they're going to award the timeout. They do to Westside. We'll stay right here with 3:19 to go in the first half. It is homecoming at Westside. Interesting that against their rival, they schedule homecoming. They had a parade earlier in the week. They have a tradition here because this is such a rivalry, and you know, some shenanigans go on. There have been incidents of
painting this.
Yeah, the rock here at Westside being painted in Creighton Prep colors and other things that have done vice versa. So the night before this game, on this field, they have a senior sleepover. 160 seniors slept on the field last night to make sure that nothing happened. They had a parade earlier in the week. They have their homecoming dance tomorrow. They have fireworks after the game. And then on Monday, a lot of the doctors' offices and lawyers' offices around town that have a lot of Westside and Prep grads, they will rehash this game on what they saw right here on Game Time.
Well, I think the confusion on defense for Westside was that Prep came out in an empty set, 5 wide receivers. When did you think you'd see a Tim Yonk coach team with that many wide receivers on the field?
Yeah, we'll ask him about that after the game. Caniglio chased out of the pocket, lobs it deep down the field, but the ball is caught by somebody who is not on the 11 that are on the field, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Caniglio, such a smart quarterback, good presence in the pocket. One of last year's starting quarterbacks for the Junior Jays is now the starting quarterback at Burke, Reed Burke.
Having himself a nice little season out there at 120th and Dodge.
We'll check that score at halftime. The Burke Bulldogs tonight against Elkhorn, and Bullock with a good lunging catch. It's out to the 30. That's a pickup of 7. So as we hit the 3-minute mark to go here in the first half.
Hey, Alex Bullock had 7 catches for 58 yards coming into this game, Gary. I'm sure he's more than doubled his yardage total by now and got half as many catches in this one as he did in the whole season.
We've seen him catch the football. He can also catch the other quarterback's football. He's got 3 interceptions. That's tied for first in Class A. Caniglio got a yard. Now it is 4th down and short. Westside doesn't have any timeouts remaining. And Tim Yonk will elect a punt. He's got the wind at his back. Down 20-14. Westside has just taken the lead on another Cole Payton rushing touchdown. So you give this ball back to Westside. Westside's got the 8th best offense in Class A, 367 yards per game. Maybe Prep's going to let the clock wind down So the game clock is under 2 minutes, and now Prep will take a timeout. So a wise move by Tim Yonk. He's got the big leg of Patrick Foley. Patrick Foley is somebody to keep an eye on here in this state where Nebraska has issues finding kickers. Patrick Foley spent the summer at the Kohl's National Invite Showcase, where he was really, really good. Good Irish name, Patrick Foley.
He made a huge kick in week 1 against Omaha North, too.
And that was the first time that he had kicked at the varsity level. He had the game-winning kick in overtime to beat the Vikings, and they actually iced him. North took a timeout. Foley said, that's not going to bother me. First time kicking at the varsity level, kicked the game-winning field goal.
He said, ice water in my veins.
He was also big in the rally against Millard North last week.
Yeah, couldn't afford to be missing extra points in that rally. Come back, 21 fourth quarter points.
Foley's punt, end over end. This is a good one. Little chase, Taggy inside the 20, and he fumbled it. He's got to pick it up. And he does. He dances by one, Junior J. Down the near sideline. He couldn't stay in bounds as he tried to tiptoe the boundary. So with 1:44 to go, we know Brett Freund. So you got Cole Payton. You got a slew of wide receivers. You don't have any timeouts. Sure, he'll take a crack or two, but there is a flag, I believe, down. There is a discussion going on right there. Personal foul called on Westside. If you're wondering why the referee is signaling penalties not towards us, we are opposite of the press box here at Phelps Field. So it's not that we said anything bad about the official. And he doesn't like game time.
He's not protesting the broadcast.
He's signaling to the press box. So this penalty will push the Warriors and maybe change a little bit what they might have done. Pushes it all the way back to the 16. Now, they are going into a stiff wind that has picked up here in about the last 10 minutes.
First and 10 from the 16-yard line.
But in a game where it may come down to the final possession, see what Westside tries to do. Jack Bush is their place kicker. Now, he would be kicking into a win, but last week in the 41-0 win over Gretna, Bush hit a 52-yard field goal, but he has missed a 27-yard field goal tonight and had an extra point partially blocked. Here comes the blitz. And Westside keeps it on the ground. And pound for 23, Brody Harrell. Now Westside doesn't have any timeouts. The clock does stop in high school on the first down.
Great offensive line play from Westside, picking up that blitz, creating a hole for the back to get through.
Payton to throw. Payton pass caught out near midfield. That's Dickerson. You throw it in the same zip code of Avante Dickerson, he's going to catch it.
He's got really good hands.
So all of a sudden, Westside with an empty backfield, clock running. That was only a pickup of 9. Payton to put it up again. Boy, he's got all kinds of time. Lobs it down the sideline, but out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock with 1:07 to go in the first half.
Two very heady quarterbacks on the field tonight.
There is a flag down. Was Payton hit after he let it go? Tim Yonk awaits the call from our referee. And they will pick up the flag.
Disregard the flag. No penalty.
As I was saying, both quarterbacks have shown the wisdom to throw it out of bounds and live to fight another day. Good decision making on both signal colors.
Good pass pro up front by the Westside Warrior offensive line, heralded line. Payton, and here he goes. Now he goes down. Now that's a first down, so that stops the clock. 61 seconds remaining in the first half. Up front, you have Haberman, McMillan, Lucas, Knoll, and Thomas. The starting offensive line for the Warriors. Boy, having a veteran like Payton, that can just call plays, doesn't need to look to the sidelines. That's a lot of faith from his head coach. Payton to put it up. Pass caught, and it's another first down, and it stops the clock. It's almost like Dickerson was there, nobody was around him, and then there was the ball. Kind of caught him by surprise.
Yeah, he's running that sort of a skinny post, and there was just nobody in the middle of the field with the 5 wide receiver look.
We thought Westside might be conservative. Nah, Cody Harrell. He was slowed up as Nasir Perry grabbed the back of his jersey and then got some help from his friends. Clock running, Westside no timeouts. Bush has hit a 52-yard field goal. This would be into the wind as they stop the clock as Payton spikes it. 21 seconds ago now, 3rd down and 6, John.
I didn't like the call on the previous play. You're running between the tackles. You've got under a minute to go in the game. You know the clock's not going to stop unless you pick up a first down. The chances that you're going to pick up a first down on the ground like that right there, just not very good. Thought I was a little bit too conservative and a big waste of time for Westside.
If they don't get anything on this down, it's a 46-yard field goal if they elect to go that route. Payton will put it up. Here comes the pressure. Pass downfield. Caught. In bounce. Yes. Stops the clock. Bretz with another big catch along the west side sideline. On the last scoring drive, he was key. Makes a big pickup here. First down, stops the clock, and now they are in the red zone.
That's a really good job of Payton reading his progression. Sees that his primary target isn't open. Comes back to the out route on the backside by Bretz.
Yeah, Reed is chasing Bretz all over the field. Payton to put it up again. Looking to the end zone. There it is. Touchdown. That is Kobe Bretz.
Welcome to prime time, Kobe Bretz. 4 monster catches in this game, and Bretz stretches the lead for Westside on another great throw from Cole Payton.
What a well-orchestrated scoring drive by the Warriors. Right before the end of the first half, culminated on this 17-yard touchdown pass. Payton to Bretz. Payton's got 3 rushing touchdowns. Now he's got 1 via the arm. And they will go for 2. Payton under center. Rolls out. Dickerson walks in.
Man, this offense is a well-oiled machine right now, Gary. Westside looks scary. But as we said, one of our keys for Westside, as we head into halftime, we'll reset it. Don't get comfortable, because this prep team will fight until the end. 2-score lead is certainly not enough.
Cole Payton, who last week threw for 3 touchdowns. 8 plays, 86 yards, and they still have 12 seconds to spare before the end of the first half. Boy, that was just bang, bang, bang down the field, and all Cole Payton. He had such command of that 2-minute offense.
Hey,
that's such a big score right before you go into the locker room.
And don't mind me not liking you running between the tackles with 39 seconds left. It's all right.
I don't know that Prep thought that Westside would open it up, because that drive started
at the 16.
Yeah, so under 2 minutes. Jackson to kick off. Oh, that is a gut punch. Hayden Stessman on the return, and that'll give Prep 5 seconds. Westside will get the football to begin the second half.
And one of the lessons here from the first half is Avante Dickerson has completely shut down Mason Armstead. He's been locking him up over there. Armstead's got 1 catch for 2 yards.
We also have not mentioned A.J. Rollins' name at all in the first half. And that will end the first half. 16 unanswered for the Warriors. Both teams will head to the locker room. And Westside on top by 2 scores. Lots coming up from Phelps Field on homecoming. Stats analysis. We'll learn what it's like to be a student at Iowa Western and much more. The first half belongs to Cole Payton. 3 rushing touchdowns and a late toss to Kobe Bretz to put the Warriors up by 14. This is Game Time on Your View.
Change it up, okay? Catch him off guard. Get in the trench. Do what you do. To the 30, to the 20. Battling his way to the end zone. Nobody can stop him. Intercepted down the sideline. Nobody's going to catch him.
Game Time High School Football is brought to you by Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
Smart is selling your home with FSBO Homes. The Home Transparency Report helped me sell my home faster and at a fair price. Buyers walked through my home online using the 3D virtual open house. So I had fewer private showings. And I accepted an offer with the tap of a finger. Let's make this sale official.
All the service without the commission. It's the smart way to buy and sell a home.
You're watching Game Time on Your View. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Hog Wild custom catering for any size event. Check out our catering menu at gohogwild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
A late score by Westside has put the Warriors up by 2 touchdowns. We're at halftime at Phelps Field, homecoming for Westside as they lead their rival Creighton Prep 28-14. Cox Communications, the largest private telecom company in America, has launched Grand Stories. As we celebrate Grandparents' Day here in September, this initiative brings grandparents closer to their grandkids by teaching them how to make stronger connections with the people in their lives who matter the most.
See that much of each other.
I want Cody to know who I am.
할머니 나 이거 언제 배워줘 그러면서 내가 손녀를 볼 때마다 핸드폰만 보고 있어요. 손녀는
Select profile picture.
Press this. Have you taken a selfie before?
No.
Oh, okay.
손이 떨리고 마음이 떨려서 아무것도 안 돼.
I want to teach you how to do the video part.
Okay.
You're going to click on that.
Now I start.
Oh, well, I got half of me.
Good? Yeah.
Hello, Jessica.
Hi, Cody.
카렌.
I worked up enough nerve to ask her if she would dance with me.
오늘은 김치를 만들 겁니다.
This is my Mahjong class that I'm doing today.
I love you so much. I can't wait to talk to you and hear from you soon.
Wow. Love it.
Is the most powerful when it creates a human connection, and Cox is helping to bridge generational communication gaps by inspiring grandparents to explore where their grandkids live on social media. For more grand stories like you just saw, visit cox.com/grandstories. We're back with more of the halftime festivities here at Westside, where the Warriors lead Creighton Prep 28-14 on Game Time.
When it's your business, owner is just one of your jobs. Cox Business Security Solutions can help with a customized surveillance and detection system that lets you adjust the temperature while you're picking up flowers for the cafe. An extra set of eyes confirming tonight's special arrived so you can add it to the board. It's the promise of a good night's sleep, reassuring you everything is in its place and will still be there for whatever your job may be tomorrow.
Shop America's best-selling truck at Woodhouse Ford. Lease a 2019 Ford F-150 STX Super Crew truck for as low as $269 a month for 36 months. 10,000 miles a year, $1,500 down. First payment and $269 doc fee to its signing. Security deposit waived. Lease and drive away in a 2019 Ford EcoSport and for as low as $279 a month plus tax. Built Ford proud. Visit us at one of our 3 locations in Blair, Omaha, and Plattsmouth.
Oh, not getting into college with this score.
I'm that score. The reason they're stressed, he's not getting into her dream college.
Another practice test.
Doesn't matter. I'll never be ready.
Ready? It's only the biggest test of her life.
When test prep stress takes over, Huntington can help. Huntington Learning Center helps students of all ages build the skills, confidence, and motivation to improve grades and test scores through personalized attention and proven results.
I got it.
Reject the stress. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN now.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Football's back, so it's time for a Hog Wild tailgate pack. Includes 2 racks of ribs, our slow smoked meats, your choice of sides, plus cookies and buns. Pick up a pack at a Hog Wild near you.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Hog Wild custom catering for any size event. Check out our catering menu at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Tonight's Game Time Player of the Game is brought to you by Iowa Western. The world is waiting. Check out the stories behind the games all season long. Visit yourview.com.
It's halftime of the Game Time Game of the Week on Your View. I'm Gary Sharp, joined by Iowa Western student Adam Ireland. As we tour Iowa Western, we get to know more about what makes Iowa Western so great. Adam is a graduate of Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln High School and now here at Iowa Western. Before we talk about all the great stuff that you do and want to take my job, why was Iowa Western good for you?
I think Iowa Western was good for me because it was local and I was able to I didn't have to stay on campus, and since I only live 15 minutes away, it was an easy commute back and forth, and they have really good programs here from what I've heard. So I wanted to test it out, and since I'm a second-year student, I really don't regret it at all.
And you are a recipient, coming out of high school, of the Presidential Scholarship.
Yep, so I went up to my counselor. My counselor saw my grade point average, and you had to have a 3.5 high school GPA to join it. And so she recommended that I sign up for it, but I was a little hesitant at first until I looked more into it. So I figured I'd give it a shot. Got a call back a couple months later saying they want to come have an interview with me. Came to have the interview. I didn't think I did that well because I don't do that well in interviews. But I waited one more month, and then they said, congratulations. I was like, oh, because it came in a big envelope. I was like, I can't be a no, can it? So
You are involved in one of the strong programs that produces a lot of graduates that go on to bigger and better things, the Media Studies program. Tell our viewers a little bit about what that program does for you and why that program is so good.
So right now I'm in the sports media program, and the program itself holds a lot that you can get out of it. And the instructors and all the people that are within that program help you get different places. And if you're struggling a little bit, they'll step in and help you. And it's just a really all helpful community.
And one thing you get to do, you get to spend a lot of time with the football program.
Oh yeah, this is my first season for football, traveling with them. I get a live stream all the games, so go to GoReavers.com to go watch it on the RSN. And it's a two-man crew. It's me and Riley Teton. We get along pretty well.
That's important.
Yeah. Then we just travel with the team early mornings, long days, but it's definitely worth it in the end.
We're inside of the Dr. John and Jean Marshall Wellness Center. A place like this, with all the other new buildings that are on campus and other opportunities for students, what does a place like this do for the student body?
I think it gives them a good opportunity to get more involved with the school, because they'll have more opportunities to come like lift weights or do whatever they want to have fun and build more friendships with more people, more college students.
If I'm thinking about Iowa Western, but I also have other options, and I'm like you were, 2018, I'm sitting in a classroom at Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln High School. What would you say to prospective students on why Iowa Western is right for them, regardless of what they want to have as their major?
To be fair, it is a community college, so it's pretty cheap. They give good scholarships out, and you get a lot of, if you're close, it's nice, easy commute, and if you're out of state, it's still not too much more. It's just a good local community college with a lot of benefits coming out of it.
Adam, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's Adam Ireland, one of the many students here at Iowa Western. Back with more. It's halftime, game time, game of the week on Your View.
Get up to a $1,000 rebate and pay no interest for 36 months.
During National Kerastane Month at Kelly's Carpet Omaha.
When you buy Kerastan's Smart Strand Silk Forever Clean Carpet with all pet protection. The only warranty covering all pets, all accidents, all the time. You also get free furniture move, carpet tear up, and haul away. 36-month financing also available on all Mohawk ceramic, LVT, laminate, and wood flooring.
At Kelly's Carpet Omaha, 90th and L.
Hi, I'm Van Deeb. I've been in the real estate business for over 35 years, helping buyers and sellers all over Omaha. Now I have an exciting new innovative program that will help you sell your house fast and get cash in your pocket in just 7 days with no fees, no inspections, commissions, and no repairs. If I don't buy it, then I'll sell it for you. It's that simple. Check it out today by going to DeebBuysHousesFast.com. That's DeebBuysHousesFast.com.
Another bad grade?
I miss little grades and the square root of her biggest problem. I studied all week. I miss poor study skills. I stress beyond her comprehension.
We can't keep having this conversation.
It's not like I want to fail.
When low grades follow you home, Huntington can help. Huntington Learning Center helps students of all ages build the skills, confidence, and motivation to improve grades and test scores through personalized attention and proven results. Keep low grades out. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN now.
The best time to save big on a Nissan truck is now with Nissan Truck Month at Woodhouse Nissan. Find a truck that works as hard as you do. Lease a 2019cc Nissan Titan SV 4x4 for $299 a month. 36 months, 10,000 miles per year, $3,350 trade equity or down payment. First payment and processing due at signing. Take home a Nissan today from Woodhouse Nissan at one of our 2 convenient locations in Bellevue and at 144th and Giles at Woodhouse Place.
Along with our fabulous game time crew on a Friday night at Phelps Field at Omaha West Side, I'm Gary Sharp. There's John Schreiner. 28-14. West Side leads Prep. A lot of Cole Payton, the junior quarterback for West Side, in the first half. 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown, and here we go.
I got things started. It was the other quarterback, Caniglio, with a great throw over the shoulder catch by Alex Bullock. That led at that point, but quarterback run down near the goal line, usually a good idea. The first rushing touchdown for Payton. Then Prep answers right back with a big kick return. It's Bullock who just caught the touchdown. Didn't quite take it the distance, but set Prep up. Good field position. Caniglio was back at it again. This time he found a different wide receiver. That was John McClay. Prep led once again, but Will Payton said, okay, put this team on my back. I'm going 72. Second rushing touchdown of the second quarter. Was he done? No, he was not done. Spin move in the backfield, lower the shoulder, third rushing touchdown of the quarter. And then with 12 seconds left, where have we heard that number before, finds Kobe Bretz in the back of the end zone. Bretz, 6 catches, 89 yards in the first half. He's been monstrous along with Payton, and the Warriors lead by 2 scores.
Part of halftime at Phelps Field is the state acclaimed pride of Westside, the Warrior Marching Band. (28-14). Westside leads Prep. Take a look at how we got to 28-14. When you return, it's game time on Your View.
When it's your business, owner is just one of your jobs. Cox Business Security Solutions can help with a customized surveillance and detection system that lets you adjust the temperature while you're picking up flowers for the cafe. An extra set of eyes confirming tonight's special arrived so you can add it to the board. It's the promise of a good night's sleep, reassuring you everything is in its place and will still be there for whatever your job may be tomorrow.
Shop Woodhouse Lincoln first, where you'll find the all-new 2019 Lincoln Nautilus, helping you explore design and the world around you. With great purchase and lease deals, you'll be sure to find the vehicle to fit your lifestyle. Distinctive design and Lincoln Copilot 360 technology makes Lincoln the perfect choice for you. See all our inventory at WoodhouseLincoln.com or stop in at 66th and Elm in Omaha for a test drive. This is Woodhouse Lincoln.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Football's back, so it's time for a Hog Wild tailgate pack. Includes 2 racks of ribs, our slow smoked meats, your choice of sides, plus cookies and buns. Pick up a pack at a Hog Wild near you.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Hog Wild custom catering for any size event. Check out our catering menu at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
It's Goldapalooza at Saul's Jewelry and Loan. Right now, Saul's is paying the most for gold, coins, silver. Bring your gold into any Saul's location and get an instant cash offer with immediate payment at the best price. 6 locations, 7 days a week. Saul's Jewelry and Loan.
Every party needs balloons.
Think Navi's parties!
Enjoy Romeo's Grande Pizza and Taco Combo for only $24.99. Carry out only.
Saul's is paying the most for gold. 6 locations. Saul's Jewelry and Loan.
Tonight's Game Time defensive play of the game is brought to you by Cox Business. Always know what's going on with detection and surveillance products that protect your bottom line and help your business stay ahead of the unexpected.
Final Friday of September, week 5 of the regular season. Game time on your view. 28-14, Westside leads Creighton Prep. Westside will get the football to begin the second half. It was a first half dominated by the quarterbacks, in particular Cole Payton of Westside, John.
Wow, 365 total yards in the first half is the number that really sticks out right there. That is just about their season average for an entire game, Westside. And 20 first downs, are you kidding me? That offense is something else. Junior Jays, it's not a bad first half. They've done a nice job moving the ball through the air, but my goodness, they've just been outpaced by their opponent.
And a big score late. With 12 seconds to go. Westside drove down the field, put the ball in the end zone. Cole Payton, 15 of 19. Then Westside will get the football to begin the second half. Let's revisit some of the keys that we have seen through the first 24 minutes of football that John gave you before we started.
Yeah, I said that I thought Prep on offense needed to think outside the box. They've done a good job of that. Caniglio with his legs. They found Alex Bullock. He was the leading receiver for them in the first half. Armstead's been locked down, so they had to find someone else. Good job there, B+. On defense, push Payton. I said they needed to get pressure. He can't be allowed to free reign. He's had too much time, and he's not been contained. They're probably a D- in the first half right there. The grade for that one for Prep got to improve, limiting Cole Payton in the second half. For Westside, my first key for offense, perimeter dominance. Get the ball to those playmakers in space. I mean, what complaints can you have? You scored 28 points in the second quarter. It's an A+. And on defense, don't get comfortable. And this is more of a whole team key, really. Don't get comfortable. And I love that they didn't sit on the ball at the end of the half, even though they were backed up their own 16, moved the ball down the field, put another score on the board. That's a solid A right there.
Keys to the game brought to you by Woodhouse Auto Family. Again, Westside will get the football to begin the second half. The conditions have changed a little bit during halftime. The wind picked up, the temperature has dropped. Kickoff, it was 72 degrees, a very comfortable Friday evening. And a lot of Prep parents that are watching their kids without short sleeves and shorts are wondering why. 67 degrees right now, and feels like 63, and the wind, which has been a factor all game long, is gusting out of the north. 28-14. Now, Prep used to coming from behind. Last time out, last Thursday against Millard North, they trailed 30-10 going into the fourth quarter, and they won 31-30. They're used to playing in tight games. Now they will have to ask their defense to make a stop. Caniglio with 2 touchdown passes. Prep was up 14-6. So 22 unanswered by Westside. Boy, John, do we revisit last year when Westside closed out the game with 37 unanswered to win.
This is a big possession right here. The Prep defense must come up with something to stop Westside on offense. Going down 3 scores against, you know, no disrespect, but going down 3 scores to Millard North is a lot different than going down 3 scores to Westside this season, right? So this Prep defense has got to stand tall right now, get the ball back in the hands of the offense so they can narrow this to a 1-score game.
Since 2010, Westside leads this series, winning 5 times. Prep has won 4 times. As Wimmer and Dickerson will be back deep to await the Foley kickoff. Dominic Rizak is back there as well. The wind blows the ball off the tee. Prep will have the wind at their back in the 4th quarter, but here Foley will be kicking into that stiff north wind. Full house at Phelps Field, ready for the second half. 28-14 Westside. And the ball again blows off the tee, and we'll see if they ask one of the Junior Jays to hold it for Foley. No, he walks off his paces. Now, how do you get the ball to angle like that on that tee? That's not one of those old-fashioned tees that you and I grew up with.
No, sir.
So toe is about to meet leather to begin the final half of football. And a little pooch kick pops it up into the air. Returnable from the 20. And good coverage downfield as Hurtado on about a 10-yard return. And here's Colt Payton again, 15 of 19 in the first half, 164 yards passing, 7 carries, 109 yards, 365 yards of total offense in that first half for the Warriors. Not a surprise, they're 8th in Class A in offense, averaging 367. They nearly matched that outside of 2 yards in the first half. This is a Prep defense. Even though they won last week, they gave up 448 yards to the Mustangs of Millard North. We are underway here in the second half. And on the end around, a big pickup and a big hit. Oh boy.
Obi Okafor coming out of the safety spot, but just dropped the hammer. It's Mayberry on the carry. Boom! Here comes Okafor right into the scene.
There's a pickup of 9. Get a look at Okafor from his safety spot. Payton to put it up. Quick pass is broken up. Nice job from behind. Coming up to knock it away was Bullock. And a flag. The official did not agree with me. Bullock reached around. This should be defensive pass interference. That is the call. Payton has really found the chemistry with Bretz, chemistry with Dickerson. Kobe Bretz, who also is a member of the renowned rugby program here at Westside. And we get another flag. This will be on the right side of the Westside defense. Both of these high schools, whether it be fall, winter, or spring, they're used to hanging banners in their respective gymnasiums and the hallways of their schools. 2 excellent athletic programs, fine coaches from top to bottom for Westside on the boys and girls side. Prep is an all-boys school.
Hey, you mentioned rugby. Sneak this in. Rugby World Cup going on right now. Playing for Team USA, guess who? Former Westside defensive lineman, Hanko Hermes-Ace.
The Westside rugby program last year got up to number 25 in the country. Boy. Dickerson was close to breaking it. He breaks it for 13. And right now, Westside is going all downhill. They were down 14-6. They're up 28-14 in a minute into the second half. They are driving once again. As you get a look at the 4-star prospect, and Prep is drawn offside. So we've had the defensive pass interference, another penalty here. couple of big chunk plays. This defense has been on the field for a long time. Encroachment on Prep. Moves it 5 yards to the 35-yard line.
Just when you thought you knew what Westside was going to do, here they come, power I.
Payton to put it up, looking deep, now under trouble. Krawczyk on the run. Payton throws it downfield. Oh, he had wide receiver open, but he had all kinds of Junior Jays in the vicinity of his left arm. And it will be 2nd down and 10.
Well, that's what Prep has to do when he drops back. You got to get after him, because we've seen what happens when he has time. The last drive of the game, when he's got time to pick apart the defense, he'll do it.
4-man front, Prep showing blitz, and they read it well. Oh, what a good, solid defensive play. Boulay coming up to make the stop.
Well, that's about the 4th or 5th time in this game that they've run that double inside backer blitz, Prep. And that's really the first time it's worked to any effect.
So now it's a key situation here if you're Prep. It's 3rd down and 11. You get a stop, you get the ball back. Down 2 scores. Snap back to Payton. 3-step drop. Now under pressure. Trying to find some room, and he's still upward. Boy. Krawczyk had him in his sights. Payton stepped in front of him, and then he met that double duo right there of Perry and Pettis.
This is caused by A.J. Rollins. Watch him get in there and cause Payton some discomfort, make him move off the spot, and then his buddies come and clean it up. But that's the first time we've really seen that Rollins has made an impact on the game.
Yeah, we wondered where he was in the first half. Payton with a little pooch kick. Quick kick will roll into the end zone. So an important start to the second half by Prep. They hold Westside, and they get the ball back when you return. 28-14 Westside on Game Time.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
More defensive stop by Prep to begin the second half. Down 2 scores. Now they get the football. Their senior quarterback, John Caniglio, has pretty much been their entire offense tonight. He's got a couple of touchdown passes. They keep it on the ground. And a pickup of Capaccio. Almost got a first down. So he snuck out of the backfield.
He's tough to locate in there when he gets in among the trees. Cassiopo just kind of popped out the backside. 2nd and 1 now.
Just to the right of Caniglio. And he will run it again over the left side, and enough for a first down. You see on that 3rd down stop by Prep, and A.J. Rollins got involved. We've not mentioned his name on offense. Rollins, who has got a scholarship offer from Nebraska, Iowa State, and most recently Missouri. Possible trip to Notre Dame upcoming. Talk more about him in a moment. Westside, Stop of Cassiopo. So kind of feel like Prep is setting up here the pass. Now 2nd down and 8.
Well, this wind has really stiffened into their faces, so it may be running out of necessity.
They will put it up on 2nd down. Caniglio will go down. This protection broke down. Barajas and Taggy, it's a good tandem that's been around for a couple of years. They're able to sack Caniglio.
Well, I think it's good protection initially.
There's A.J. Rollins, Nebraska, Iowa State, Arizona, Missouri. Number 4 in the class of 2021 in the state, according to the World Herald. Play action, Caniglio on 3rd down 11. His pass is caught, and that is a 1st down. And thank you, A.J. Rollins. We mentioned him. He catches it. It's a pickup at 12. He goes down a yard ahead of the sticks, and the drive continues for Prep. Tight end, defensive end. He's got all kinds of possibilities. Got interest from Notre Dame, Oklahoma State, Purdue, Iowa. Good hands here on a nice toss from Caniglio, who will put it up again. Swings it out. It is caught by McClay. So now some tempo. We saw that when Prep got their 2 scoring drives. They got things going, and Caniglio was in a lot better feel. You know, they ran some empty backfield with him against Millard North when they came from behind, but they like this 2-minute offense, and that's what they're doing now. Down 28-14 out at the 45 after that pickup of 2 on the pitch and catch. Against the wind, pass across the middle, and Rollins can't haul it in. And Taggy was right on his hip and was able to swat it away.
Well, the thing about Rollins is he's so raw. He's got the size, he's got the athleticism, but, you know, still learning how to play the game from both sides of the ball.
He's 6'6", 210, and he says that basketball is his main sport. Josh Lutke, the state championship basketball coach at Prep, is nodding his head. Yes, basketball, but a bright future in football. 3rd down and 8. Caniglio, pass is incomplete. A couple wide receivers in the same area, Bullock and Rollins, and Prep will have to punt the football away. Promising that Westside's defense holds, and Foley will kick into this wind that has really picked up. As Taggy will go back.
And it's going to be good field position for Westside after this punt.
Foley, his kick knocked down by the wind. It'll roll inside of the 30, and it'll be down at the 27-yard line. Boy, now we're going to have a penalty away from the play. There was a fracas that went on. Cam Mulholland got involved with a Warrior who lost his helmet, and the flag immediately flew, and maybe a personal foul on the Junior Jays.
And Mulholland got an earful as soon as he hit the sideline from Tim Yonk. You can't kick or throw your opponent's equipment. That is a personal foul.
So already good field position, and we'll see here on the replay. You can see the penalty, which is a personal foul. Eventually will be signaled. Yep. On Creighton Prep.
And there it is. There's the takedown, and then the helmet's going to pop off. And then it's the kick of the helmet right there. See, he throws the helmet. You cannot, if your opponent has equipment on the ground, you can't throw or kick it.
Seems like a good rule. Peyton rolling out, left-hander, fires it downfield, caught.
Guess who?
Kobe Bretz, who is working that west side sideline.
I don't want to say I told you so, Gary, but I did tell you so.
Bretz is a junior. Schools are starting to pay attention. Inside handoff goes for a couple. As Will Hurtado, one of the 3 or 4 running backs that Brett Freund will roll through. As Westside defense. Now listen to this. In the last 4 possessions, they have forced a punt. We had halftime and now another punt. Westside, 1 point down, 14-6. They have the ball. They're up 2 scores as we hit the halfway mark of the 3rd quarter. And Brody Harrell rips off a big run of 25.
The multiple ways in which this Brett Freund offense can hit you. We've seen him spread it out, sling the rock, and now look, a strong eye set, just run it straight downhill. Bodie Harrell finds the crease. He's into the secondary before you know it.
And here he is again. He will go down. Tackle led by Hayden Stessman. Weird to do a prep game and Ryan Benna is not playing.
I know. And Jack Haas.
Or Luke Sims.
Right.
Second down and 8. Prep was able to hold Westside. Peyton rolling out. Has accounted for all 4 scores. Throws it to the end zone. And it's just out of the reach of the intended wide receiver as he was looking for Grant Guyatt. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 8. I like that play call, though, on 2nd down.
Well, he wanted the whole bite. He had the fullback, Hurtado, in the flat. Could have taken a short gain. Instead, tried to throw back to the post. Didn't quite keep it down.
So Westside here in the 3rd quarter, they have the wind at their back. 3rd down and 8. They got to get to right at about the 15-yard line. Peyton steps up, got away from Krawczyk. Now he's on the run. He's got the 1st down, and he wanted contact. And he's brought down by Alex Bullock, and that's enough for a 1st down. And the legs of Cole Peyton continue to pay dividends for the Warriors.
Yeah, you just can't let him out of the pocket like that. Joey Krawczyk's got him squared up. Look at this. Got to make a solid tackle right there. The arm tackle's not going to do it. Peyton knows what to do once he gets into the open field. We know that.
Peyton's got 3 touchdowns rushing, another with his arm. He's got 3 wide receivers at the top of your screen. And he will call his own number. He breaks a tackle. He spins to the goal line. He's down at the 1.
What a talented runner. He has shown it all tonight.
There is a Junior J down as we get a look at Peyton's run to the 1-yard line.
Power, agility, speed.
And over 300 yards of total offense. The Junior J defensive lineman is being attended to. 4:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Westside knocking on the door, up 28-14. It's game time on Gearview.
Not getting into college with this score.
I'm that score. The reason they're stressed, he's not getting into her dream college.
Another practice test.
Doesn't matter. I'll never be ready.
Ready? It's only the biggest test of her life.
When test prep stress takes over, Huntington can help. Huntington Learning Center helps students of all ages build the skills, confidence, and motivation to improve grades and test scores through personalized attention and proven results.
I got it.
Reject the stress. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN now.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Football's back, so it's time for a Hog Wild tailgate pack. Includes 2 racks of ribs, our slow smoked meats, your choice of sides, plus cookies and buns. Pick up a pack at a Hog Wild near you.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Hog Wild custom catering for any size event. Check out our catering menu at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Week 5 of the high school season. Welcome to everyone that is joining us tonight from Phelps Field, wherever you may be across this great Yearview community. There's John Schreiner. I'm Gary Sharp. Our fabulous crew is out here once again at Phelps Field. It is homecoming, and the home team is up 28-14 as the Junior J is still down on the field. Reminder, next week, Papillion La Vista South and Omaha North. Papillion La Vista South features Will Swanson, who John will have a feature on at Yearview.com next week. But let's look at the upcoming schedules. Both of these teams are in the same district, so that's why you see a lot of similar teams. In this district, 4 teams are 3-1 or better. We'll see Westside at Elkhorn South. We'll see Prep when they take on Millard South.
Well, like I said earlier on, Gary, there are 4 teams in this district that I think have a chance at making the playoffs. I mean, they might just eat themselves alive, and it'll only be end up being the top 2 because of how tough this district actually is. But it could be a logjam at the top to see who gets those playoff bids.
Big loss for the Junior Jays. Nasir Perry, the talented defensive lineman, injured his ankle, helped off the field, and now second down and goal at the 1. Peyton under center, pushes forward. He's into the end zone for the 4th time tonight via the legs.
Wow. Well, somebody's going to have to do something really, really spectacular for Cole Payton not to be the player of the game tonight.
I was just going to say that. We usually have a debate with us two and our great folks in the truck and on the crew. Everybody puts in their vote. Yeah, I think the voting right now is closed as Peyton's touchdown makes it 34-14. Jack Bush out for the PAT. It is up and it is good. And Westside has rattled off 29 unanswered.
A little Hurtado push for Cole Payton. And he's over. That one the shortest of his touchdown runs on the evening. The longest was from 72, and now we got a 21-point game with 4:42 left here in the 3rd. It's the 2nd week in a row. Creighton Prep is down 3 scores heading into the 4th quarter. Can they pull out the lucky charm one more time? Caniglio and company gonna have to be real good here down the stretch.
Some call this the best rivalry in Omaha. Some call it the only rivalry in Omaha. It seems like when everybody plays Prep, they say the Junior Jays are our rival. Westside actually means it.
Central North had a thing going there for a while. You know, and then you've got the Millard schools. Those are pretty good rivalries out there. But in the city proper, in OPS, I don't know that anyone has a bigger rivalry than these two. Not that Prep is an OPS school, of course, but certainly the Metro.
Prep needs a touchdown in the worst way. Now down 35-14. Prep 4-0, Westside 3-1. And this kickoff will be into the end zone with the wind at the back of Jackson. Now Prep will start at the 20. We have seen bits and pieces, but they haven't been able to establish the running game, and that has really come back to limit what Caniglio can do. John Caniglio, the senior quarterback, has had a nice night. He's got a couple of touchdown passes, but Prep has not been able to do anything offensively since midway through the 2nd quarter.
Well, as you said, they're outside of the one-play drive that ended the first half. 3 straight punts for this offense. Got to make it happen.
Caniglio to put it up, and his pass is batted away. Oh my.
Kate Haberman. What an athlete that young man is. Doing a J.J. Watt right there, blocking the pass at the line of scrimmage.
One of the rare players in Westside football history that started on the offensive line as a freshman. And a takeaway, a strip, and a turnover. First turnover of the night. Now Westside will get the ball at the 12-yard line. We'll get another look at how that ball was stripped away. Here it is.
It's a handoff to Casiopo, and it's just ripped right out of there. I think it's Barajas who did it.
So 35-14.
It ends up being 11, Jake Holmstrom.
Around the right end. Boy, now everything is going downhill for the Warriors as Jordan Mayberry gets to about the 6-yard line. It was 14-6 favor of Prep. It's 35-14, and Cole Payton is leading his team towards the goal line once again. Mayberry straight ahead, maybe for a yard or two. As they go with tempo, you don't have Perry in the game, left because of that ankle injury on the previous drive.
This offense uses so many running backs. You've got Dickerson, you've got Harrell, you've got Mayberry, Hurtado, and Roel Kulani, who played a lot in the early part of the game.
I believe is in street clothes on the sidelines, John. Here's Mayberry to
Harrell with the carry. Fumble on the play.
Everybody's signaling touchdown except for the guys that are paid to signal a touchdown.
Warriors retain possession.
That offensive line is really starting to open up some big holes for Westside. Get a look at them.
And they got more size on that offensive line this year than they have in years past.
They've had guys on that offensive line with success that have been about a 195. Payton again, his place is in the end zone.
How about 5 rushing touchdowns for Cole Payton tonight? That gives him 10 for the season.
Payton last year as a sophomore had 5. He has such command of this offense and knowledge. And it's 41-14 as we await the PAT from the right foot of Jack Bush. Snap back, ball down, kick up, kick good. 42-14. 36 unanswered. You get a look at Cole Payton. 5 touchdowns rushing, 1 touchdown passing. 170 yards passing for Payton. And 127 on the ground, and he's only a junior. As the blackout theme on Homecoming Friday for Westside. They have been lights out. 3:05 to go in the third quarter. Prep, after turning it over for the first time tonight, they need to put something together. They need points immediately. Prep coming in 4-0. 3 of their 4 wins by 4 points or less. They're going to need a flurry. And they haven't been able to do much offensively, especially since they've been able to run the ball since they went up 14-6. Next week, Papillion La Vista South and Omaha North. Titans and the Vikings. That'll be a very important game in district for both of those teams, as North is now 1-4 on the year. As this kick will result in a touchback. Omaha North lost last night to Lincoln Southeast. They fell to 1-4, but their losses have been to Prep, Millard West, Burke, and now Southeast. 4 ranked teams. They've been a little snake bitten. As we look at Cole Payton, I'm sure that we will be talking about Cole Payton when this game is over.
We will see Cole Payton highlights after this game, no doubt.
He's only a junior. Let me say that again. He is only a junior, second year as the starting quarterback for Westside. Last year, led the Warriors to the quarterfinals. They went 9-2. They were knocked out by Millard West. Caniglio maybe gets a yard. Barajas, Haberman with the stop. Barajas used to be a quarterback, playing with the Junior Patriots. When he was younger, realized that he liked hitting people more than getting hit. Now another third down and long for the Junior Jays. This is what has happened tonight defensively, John, for Westside. They've been able to take away two guys that we talked a lot about before the game. A.J. Rollins, Mason Armstead.
Well, Armstead has been rendered just totally ineffective tonight by the coverage of Avante Dickerson, and that'll tell you exactly why there are so many schools asking for his signature. Mason Armstead is maybe the third best wide receiver in the state.
So, top of your screen, the first wide receiver in is Armstead. Dickerson is not on him, but now Dickerson is trailing him. The pass by Caniglio is almost intercepted.
Kobe Bretz.
Kobe Bretz is going to play football at the next level. He's a junior.
You're a believer now.
Yeah. Kobe Bretz can play football. And good luck to quarterbacks in this district that are thrown into the coverage of Dickerson and Bretz, as Tim Yonk will send out his punting unit. Now down 42-14 in this rivalry game with 1:45 to go in the third quarter.
Well, don't look now, Gary, but 36 unanswered from Westside.
Last year it was 37. Motivation on both sides for Westside to do it again. For Prep, they thought about it for a long time, but they just have run into a red-hot Cole Payton as this punt is down at about the 33-yard line, and Payton will come back out once again. He is on the fast track. We talk about all the attention of Dickerson and Rollins and Bretz and Taggy. Someone's going to start finding out about Cole Payton.
Well, I think we said that when we had them the first time, that he's a guy that needs to be looked at seriously. If you're running an up-tempo spread quarterback run offense, I mean, name a guy better.
He also, by the way, has an 85-mile-an-hour fastball. And he'll put it up, slings it downfield, and it is picked off. Okafor with the interception. And that's the first turnover for Westside. Let's see if that sparks Prep here. Okafor was playing center field, so Payton was pitching and Okafor was catching. And for Payton, that is his fourth interception of the year and really his first mistake of the night. And now we'll see what it does for Prep. Again, Prep hasn't been able to run the football, and that has been an issue. They put a lot on their quarterback, John Caniglio. And they go empty. This is what the set they went with, and they rallied against Millard North last week. They put it up. There's Armstead. He makes the catch. Can he get to the outside? He does, and then he is swung down by Bretz.
Yeah, I think Prep has to start moving him around. They've got to line him up in the slot, try and get him away from Dickerson a little bit, just to create something.
Princeton, Yale, Cornell. Princeton most recently offered him. Fantastic young man at one of those Ivy League schools is going to get a stellar student athlete. And here's Armstead with a catch and a big hit. He goes down, but he's got the first down. And now they are in a tempo, and Armstead is back. He had the game-winning touchdown catch 2 years ago. It's 42-14. Prep, I don't know they want to be down by 28 to Westside, but they are comfortable being down. Caniglio with 5 wide receivers. They've gone empty. They've gone up-tempo. Armstead in motion. Keep an eye on him. Caniglio is eyeing him. And now Caniglio's got a lot of room to run. Real estate and more, and he'll step out of bounds after a long run of 16 yards.
When Prep was down 30-10 last week to Millard North, this is the formation that they came out with. Empty, with Armstead lining up in the slot. It's created some space. Armstead's made a couple of catches. Caniglio gets the big run here. It's just a different look from this offense that you're not used to seeing.
And Caniglio, quarterback run, calls his own number. And Armstead and Rollins are on the same side of the field. Good luck. But that also means that Avante Dickerson is on that side of the field. One of the top cornerbacks in the country, who has only allowed 1 reception all year. He's eyeing Rollins. Caniglio looking that way. Lots of time. Throws to the end zone. And it is batted away. And there's going to be a flag at the goal line. Taggy was locked in a hand battle with Alex Bullock. Brett Freund on a knee doesn't agree with the call on the pass breakup. It'll be pass interference on the Warriors.
Watching it live, it looked like a little bit of a harsh call. Both players look to be hand fighting, but most often in those situations when the flag falls, the defensive player is going to get the worst end of it.
So here's a good look by our crew. Fantastic angles all night long. We slow it down.
Yeah, there's an arm hook there from Taggy before the ball arrives. Probably a well-deserved flag. He had that front arm across, grabbing the shoulder pad.
Armstead. Touchdown! He lunged for the goal line. As he was lunging, he lost control of the ball. They said he broke the plane. Touchdown. Junior Jays. As Caniglio he goes quick, finds Armstead. Armstead caught it against Dickerson, and here is the score.
And it's the work done after the catch by Mason Armstead, because he had a lot of work to do.
Fully in, fully kicked, fully is good. And Prep quickly takes the interception. They put it in the end zone, and they've cut the West Side lead in half. Don't go anywhere with 26 seconds to go in the third quarter, because Prep is used to this. Last Thursday against Millard North, they were down 30-10 going into the fourth quarter. They won 31-30. Now, much bigger hill to climb against West Side, but it's a start, and it's a big start for Mason Armstead, who all of a sudden has been involved.
Just a lofted pass, finds him in some open space. He's one-on-one with Kobe Bratz, and Armstead able to get the full extension and get it just over the line. But Gary, it was 21 fourth quarter points for Prep last week. They got them that victory.
There's so many good wide receivers in the class of 2020 in this state. You don't normally get it fully with a little short kick. It is returnable. Coverage team is downfield. And Dickerson squirts through a couple of defenders out to the 29. You've got Xavier Betts at Bellevue West, who's headed to Nebraska. You've got Xavier Watts from Omaha Burke, who's headed to Notre Dame. You've got Mason Armstead, who is right there in that class of 2020 for wide receivers, and he'll have an Ivy League school to pick after his 3-year starting career is over for Creighton Prep.
Yeah, and obviously you don't get those Ivy League offers unless you're really strong in the classroom to begin with, and he is certainly all of that. And as you can see, a very good wide receiver as well.
So Peyton will go under center, 42-21, nearing the end of the third quarter. And they'll keep it on the ground, and this is a big pickup. Cody Harrell with a quick burst, and that's how you answer.
15 on the play makes it a Warrior.
First down. That's a quick pickup of about 12 yards, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. What a night for Cole Peyton. What a night for Westside against their rival, Creighton Prep. 1 quarter to go from Phelps Field. When you return, Westside 42, Prep 21. It's game time on Your View.
It's Goldapalooza at Saul's Jewelry and Loan. You never wear those old things. Turn them into cash. Saul's is paying the most for gold jewelry. Bring it into any Saul's location and get an instant cash offer with immediate payment at the best price. 6 locations, 7 days a week. Saul's Jewelry and Loan.
Enjoy Romeo's Grande Pizza and Taco Combo for only $24.99. Carry out only.
Every party needs balloons.
Think Navi's parties!
Saul's is paying the most for gold. 6 locations. Saul's Jewelry and Loan.
Change it up, okay? Catch him off guard. Get in the trench. Do what you do. To the 30, to the 20. Battling his way to the end zone. Nobody can stop him. Intercepted down the sideline. Nobody's going to catch him.
Game Time High School Football is brought to you by Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
When it's your business, owner is just one of your jobs. Cox Business Security Solutions can help with a customized surveillance and detection system that lets you adjust the temperature while you're picking up flowers for the cafe. An extra set of eyes confirming tonight's special arrived so you can add it to the board. It's the promise of a good night's sleep, reassuring you everything is in its place and will still be there for whatever your job may be tomorrow.
We have reached the final quarter of Week 5. They have fireworks after the game to celebrate homecoming. We've had Cole Payton on-field fireworks. The West Side quarterback has accounted for all of the Warriors' scores. As his team is up 42-21. Bodie Harrell, part of the homecoming court.
3 yards.
3 yards of the second down and 7 as we begin the fourth quarter from Phelps Field, the home of West Side. We'll see West Side in a couple of weeks in a crucial game against Elkhorn South. We're really looking forward to seeing Guy Rosenberg's Storm. Play action, and Payton is locked up in the backfield, breaks free. And finally, about the 6th junior J is able to finally bring him down. Tony Valitti, the linebacker, was able to square him up and haul him down, and it'll be 3rd down and long. It's kind of night you're having for Cole Payton. It didn't take one guy to bring him down, 2, 3. It's to that 4th or 5th guy.
Well, but this is the spot where Westside doesn't want to be right now. You get yourself in these 3rd and long situations. The defense knows you're going to have to pass. This is where a lot of those interceptions come from. And if the junior J defense is going to pick a time to be opportunistic, this would be a good one.
Fans ring the field. Coaches from colleges as well. Payton's pass caught. It, from here, looks like a 1st down.
It's going to be close.
It is. And for the first time tonight, Cal Weideman makes the catch.
That's right, 1st and 10.
Cal Weideman's a young man you really want to see succeed. He was off to a great start last season, had a catastrophic knee injury. Getting back on the field now and making plays.
Payton, pass, almost intercepted. He was off the hands of the intended wide receiver, and Joe Boulay was there and could not snag it.
That would have been the break that Prep needed to restart this comeback right here. Take a look. Payton's pass is a little high.
Joe Boulay, if you're familiar with Omaha, might have been able to catch this and run to Center Street. So now 2nd down and 10 in the gun, Payton. Handoff. Boy, that looked like it was going to be negative yardage, but Harrell was able to sidestep a defender. He picked up 5, and now it's 3rd down and 5. And if Prep is to have a chance, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they've got to make a stop.
Yeah, one more 1st down, and it's not over, but you're getting down toward that when needing 3 scores and we're under 10 minutes to go.
On a Friday night ahead of a big weekend of football in this state, Nebraska and Ohio State. This is Prep and West Side. Payton, 1st down and more. That's 16 when you only needed 5.
Well, I got on him a little bit, Gary, in the first quarter down by the goal line when he made a bad read on a zone read play. I don't think he's missed one since then.
He heard you.
Got the feed in his helmet.
Over 300 yards of total offense and a new set of downs. Now Westside behind that offensive line. They're just going to pound it with Harrell.
And Westside's not going to throw it unless it gets to one of those 3rd and long situations. You can be pretty much assured of that.
There's Cole Payton in your picture. He's accounted for everything tonight for Westside. We'll talk to winning coach after the game. Our player of the game, defensive player of the game, and the pass is deflected, and it is intercepted. That time, Boulay makes the pick on the deflection. Second turnover, second interception by Payton. And with 8:53 to go, Prep is still alive thanks to this turnover.
Tonight's Game Time defensive play of the game is brought to you by Cox Business Security. Check out the stories behind the games all season long. Visit yourview.com.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Football's back, so it's time for a Hog Wild tailgate pack. Includes 2 racks of ribs, our slow smoked meats, your choice of sides, plus cookies and buns. Pick up a pack at a Hog Wild near you.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Hog Wild custom catering for any size event. Check out our catering menu at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
You're watching Game Time on YourView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Second interception thrown by Payton. Now can Prep do something with the turnover? Down 42-21. They're the comeback kids of the Metro. They do it for the second straight game. Pump fake. Caniglio goes deep and just out of the reach of Bullock. He had a step on the defender who bit on the fake, but the pass was just out of the reach of the junior wide receiver.
It's that matchup that they exploited in the first quarter, Gary. Jack Wimmer, the sophomore cornerback. Alex Bullock, the junior wide receiver, got him with a double move right there. And if he makes that connection, it's probably 6 points. And Katie bar the door. We've got a whole different ball
Here
game.
comes the blitz. Pass across the middle is behind the intended wide receiver. Caniglio had no shot. Westside was bringing a couple of extra defenders on the pressure, and he had to get rid of it. And now it'll be 3rd down and 10.
Oh, what a big miss on that first down play. That you just can't overstate how huge that play could have been in turning the tide.
Wide receivers check the play card on the wrist. Remember when teams huddled and they ran a player in from the sidelines?
I think it's a myth.
Yeah, someday we'll tell our grandkids about that. Caniglio throws, caught. He got hit as he threw it. Good job to get rid of it. Up to Bullock. He's going to be about a yard shy. This is down 42-21. The clock running. This is, in my opinion, 4-down territory. The Prep offensive staff, I think, is going to think about it on what play they're going to go with, and they'll take a timeout. 8:22 to go in the game. They will face a 4th down and 1 at the 29-yard line. Caniglio got rid of that ball, and fortunately for Prep, he got rid of it at the right time because he got hammered after he let it go. As Tim Yonk right in the middle of your picture with his team surrounding him.
Well, I think the decision here has to be go for it because Westside's had so much success running the ball. They can keep the clock moving. They're going to waste a whole bunch of time if you give them the ball back right now. And then your chances of making that comeback are almost non-existent.
It's just fun tonight. Both of these staffs have a lot of experience. They not only coach the X's and O's, but they're teaching their players how to be champions off the field. So many things they do away from Friday nights, whether it be, for example, Westside on game day has a team breakfast. They have a senior retreat. Prep has a lot of activities for their players in the offseason. Both coaches have seen their programs start to grow from freshman to sophomore to junior to varsity. And they have been great to our crew. Here we go, 4th down and 1. And it is a first down as new into the game, Brady Woodward. And he comes off the bench. He's the backup quarterback, takes the snap straight ahead. All they needed was a yard. He got a couple. Drive continues. And right back in comes Caniglio with his assortment of wide receivers. 42-21. Now we're about to hit the 8-minute mark. Caniglio, got to get rid of it, and he goes down. Play is whistled dead as none other than Grant Taggy once again comes on a corner blitz and drills Caniglio for the sack.
And it's Taggy, outside linebacker. Nobody picks him up. Poor pass protection by that Prep offensive line right there.
Taggy most recently received a South Dakota State and Northern Illinois offer, and this pass is batted away. Stops the clock. Haberman with the big paw, knocking it away. It's 3rd down and 16.
He's good on that defensive line. Haberman getting his hands up and affecting the passing lane.
He's got a South Dakota State offer. Dan Jackson, the Omaha native who is on the Jackrabbit staff. He likes to...
They love their Omaha kids, don't they?
They love the Nebraska Jacks. Dan Jackson knows talent. He's usually on to the local Metro talent before other schools. Now 3rd down and 16. Caniglio to put it up, steps up into the pocket, fires it across the middle and off the hands of the intended wide receiver. He had him in stride. McClay could not haul it in. If he hauls it in, he's banging his head off the goalpost.
Ooh. The throw's a little high, but McClay's got to make that catch. Just got to have the hands up a little quicker. It was by him before he could snare it. And that's another huge miss on this drive for Prep. You'll remember the first play of the drive. Missed a double move shot to Bullock down the sideline that would have been a touchdown. And missed a big gainer right there.
Prep will punt the football away. It's 4th down and 16. And Foley's punt. Fair catch by Taggy. And they will start at the 30. A little extra stuff. 7:11 to go in the game. Westside 42, Prep 21. It's game time on your...
Shop Woodhouse Mazda today, where we make your Mazda buying process easy. Come in today and lease a 2019 Mazda CX-5 for only $359 per month. The all-new 2019 Mazda CX-5 comes equipped with premium features, including active driving display that lets you stay focused on the road and get you ready for your next adventure. Stop by our showrooms at 66th and L or our new location at 144th and Giles for your test drive today. And find your new 2019 Mazda CX-5 for your next adventure, delivering selection, service, and confidence. This is Woodhouse Mazda.
Another bad grade? I miss little grades. And the square root of her biggest problem. I studied all week. I miss poor study skills. I stress beyond her comprehension.
We can't keep having this conversation.
It's not like I want to fail.
When low grades follow you home, Huntington can help. Huntington Learning Center helps students of all ages build the skills, confidence, and motivation to improve grades and test scores through personalized attention and proven results. Keep low grades out. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN now.
Tonight's Game Time defensive play of the game is brought to you by Cox Business Security. Check out the stories behind the games all season long. Visit yourview.com.
Let's take a look at tonight's defensive play of the game, John, brought to you by Cox Business.
It belongs to Jake Holmstrom. Comes in, makes the tackle, records the strip, and returns it inside the 10 for the West Side defense.
And the Warriors put that turnover on the board as points. Always know what's going on with detection and surveillance products that protect your bottom line and help your business stay ahead of the unexpected. It is our defensive play of the game, brought to you by Cox Business. 7:11 to go, and the Warriors up 42-21, and here is Cole Payton. There goes Cole Payton. And he stays in bounds smartly, and finally he's hauled down after a pickup of 35. He's over 300 yards of total offense. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but he's going to be our player of the game.
And you said savvy play. Got down the sideline and knew that he didn't want to go out of bounds to stop the clock. He just kind of wormed his way forward until he could find a way down. A good player. Somebody's going to get a good one.
Oh, Harrell. Oh, he almost broke it. He snagged and brought down at the 25-yard line. Will Manhart stopped the touchdown.
Well, you know what? Payton could have kept it right there and had a big gain, too, because the defensive end on the side where they ran it to McDonald was trying to play half in between, and Payton could have gotten outside of him and had a big gain that way, too.
Payton has accounted for all of the Warriors' scores tonight. Their theme for homecoming here at Westside is circus. He's got a big top hat on. He's got the tails. He's the ringleader, the maestro, and Harrell, touchdown.
That'll just about ice it, won't it? Bodie Harrell gets his name on the score sheet. That makes it 49-21.
Well, he's been a nice compliment on the ground to Cole Payton. This is from 25.
Yeah, that defensive line just doesn't have any legs left, it doesn't look like, Gary. They've been leaned on all night long, and Harrell just popped that one.
What if I told you that Harrell is a rare senior? Bush with the line drive, PAT, and it's now 49-21, exactly halfway through the fourth quarter. Next week, as you get a look at the Harrell touchdown run once again, they're playing La Vista South and Omaha North, and then we'll see Westside again at Elkhorn South. We'll see Prep again against Millard South. So this is the opening night of districts for both of these teams in the same difficult district known as District 5.
Well, I'm sure that this Westside team is going to feel like they should be undefeated. They had a lead against Lincoln Southeast in that game that they ended up losing, but they have been really good.
We'll be at Kinnick Stadium next Friday night. Named after the former Heisman Trophy winner, Niall Kinnick. See if the Vikings can get back on track. Papio South 2-2 going into play tonight. That'll be a district contest. 49-21. At one point it was 14-6 in favor of Prep. And it was 28-14 at halftime. Now, a sold-out crowd at Phelps Field. As the temperature drops a little bit, fans start to head for the exits as the wind blows the ball off the tee once again. And one lucky Warrior is going to be asked to hold the ball for Aiden Jackson. That is something that I don't think I ever wanted to do. I was afraid of getting kicked. So who is the lucky individual that Brett Freund just pointed to and he said, you go to the 40 and hold the ball? Yeah, and then he's going to turn his head away. He's going to close his eyes. Don't hit my hand. Don't hit my hand. Don't kick me. That's Dominic Rizak. His father, DJ, is a supporter of Westside Athletics, former high school football star himself. Bullock, who's been busy tonight, can't return the kick out to the 20, and with 5:55 to go. Prep will go tempo. See if they can get the assortment of wide receivers involved. Again, a big thanks to everyone at Omaha Westside. Superintendent Mike Lucas, new on the job from York, in his first year of District 66. The athletic director, Tom Kirkman. Also, a big thanks to the athletic director at Creighton Prep, Dr. Dan Schinzel. Two fabulous athletic programs, two fabulous schools. And we're so glad that they have been so welcoming to our crew. Prep down 49-21. They keep it on the ground. Prep next week is at Columbus, and then they get Northwest before we see them against Millard South. Westside next week gets Northwest before we see them against Elkhorn South.
Pretty good games the rest of the way on this schedule, Gary.
Hard to believe we're already through 5 weeks of the regular season.
It goes fast, doesn't it?
As we will close out the month of September, now into autumn. 3rd down and 6. The pass is off of Boulay, as Caniglio, under pressure, had to throw it quick again. We've talked a lot about Cole Payton, and rightfully so tonight. We should probably talk a little bit more, besides that defensive play of the game on the strip sack, John. That defense.
Oh, yeah.
Because beginning of the game, Prep had them on their heels, but they have really bowed up since it was 14-6.
And, you know, you see all the points that they're putting up this season, Westside. They've scored a ton, but what's perhaps most impressive is the amount of points they haven't allowed. They came in allowing 9 points per game into tonight's contest, and they've given up 3 touchdowns to a very good Creighton Prep offense, but they have stymied the Junior Jays for large segments of this. I don't know. If it were me, I wouldn't want to see the Warriors next week.
All right. Everybody has voted. Tonight's player of the game, which is brought to you by Iowa Western. The world is waiting. Drum roll, please. And probably a bow. He's been magnificent. It's junior quarterback Cole Payton.
Hey, anytime you get 5 rushing touchdowns, you better be the player of the game. I don't care what else happens. Cole Payton, heck of a performance tonight.
And up 49-21, the scoreboard just went out here at Phelps Field. Brett Frank will put in his backups. Yeah, we don't have a clock. It went out just as the play started.
The play clocks are dead as well, Gary.
Yeah, so we do know it's 49-21. Now they realize that the scoreboard at the south end of the stadium is out. Westside is shuffling in players. Now they're going to try and get as many players into the game, but
only 11 at a time, though. Just because the scoreboard's dead, you can't put more players on the field.
The officials are trying to figure out the scoreboard, and Westside's got 14 guys on the field. And, hey, the scoreboard comes back, and we think the time is right. It gets a Bronx cheer from the Westside student section. 4:35 to go. This will be the first loss of the season for Prep. Westside now will improve to 4-1. Colby Brown, who is the son of Chris Brown, former Nebraska NFL kicker, is the backup quarterback. And Then the clock started running. Now the clock stopped.
Hey, Chris didn't teach Colby how to kick? Playing quarterback? What's going on
Colby's
there?
a pretty good athlete. He's played on the freshman basketball team. He's only a sophomore. He's got an Uncle Drew who kicked at Nebraska recently and has kicked in the CFL. But his father kicked for the Steelers, the Texans. Tackle for loss by Joe Glogowski. As Tim Yonk will also get some backup, some playing time. The clock running, 49-21.
Darian Sakpa, a little scat back for Westside, is in there.
And we saw perform pretty well at the end of the Papillion-La Vista game when we were here in week 2. And Colby's he's looking right at the play clock in the end zone, so he's gonna let it wind down before he puts his hands under center.
I believe that's Vincentini in there at the tailback spot. The senior gets 1 carry here against Prep.
You see highlights from this game and a wrap-up on yourview.com. That's the place to go to stay up to date on everything that is going on in high school football. Part of the Game Time family. Now you got players coming off the bench trying to everybody figure out what's going on as Westside now will punt the football away. And it will be down at about the 39-yard line. So with 2.5 minutes to go, Prep will get the football back. At one point, they led 14-6. And the Westside defense took over, and Cole Payton showed up. What a night for Westside's quarterback. We'll talk to Brett Freund. We hope to talk to Brett Freund, head coach of the Warriors, when this one is over.
It's got to feel good winning 2 years in a row in this rivalry. You said it, over the last 9, it's been pretty much dead even, 5-4 split. But Westside with back-to-back wins in this series, something doesn't happen very often.
Carson Bartak with the carry. Doesn't matter what sport, when Prep and Westside get together, rivalry is well documented. Both of these schools have great baseball programs. They've kind of shared the state baseball titles over the last decade before Millard West snuck in there this year.
Hey, these two are going to have pretty good teams on the hardwood come wintertime, too.
Yeah, Josh Lutke of Creighton Prep, Jim Simons of Westside. Cola Rope, who was one of the best players, if not the best player in the state last winter as a freshman at Nebraska. Bartak with another carry. Game Time High School Football in Your View, brought to you by Iowa Western. The world is waiting. Connect online with Iowa Western at iwcc.edu or call 800-432-5852. 90 seconds to go in this rivalry. This chapter belongs to the Warriors. The defense forces another 3-and-out. John, we will talk about Cole Payton with Brett Freund, but we will also talk about this defense.
Oh, they are salty. That is the old man's definition of that term. Not the new age term where it means you're sort of disgruntled and upset. No, in my parlance, salty means you are tough, gritty, hardened.
This was a Prep offense that in last couple of games they got over 30 points, held to 21 here tonight. Just a single score since midway through the second quarter. So with 1:12 to go. Side. They would go with a victory formation. They'll keep it on the ground. And we'll be down to our last couple of plays. Next week, playing La Vista South and Omaha North. Look forward to seeing Will Swanson, who is the tight end for Papio South, headed to Kansas State.
Yeah, you'll have to read that story. Should be coming out early part of next week. He made tremendous changes to his body over the last year. Gonna have some details on that. Will Swanson, heck of a football player, going down to Kansas State.
That feels a little bit better to get into victory formation against your rival. That's what Westside will do here.
Victory formation for the Warriors.
And it'll be 2 years in a row they have knocked off Prep. Impressive victory tonight for the Warriors. 49-21 on Westside. Improves to 4-1, 1-0 in the district, as Creighton Prep suffers their first loss of the season. They are now 4-1, as both teams will meet at midfield. Students on a Friday night with a big homecoming dance coming up tomorrow. They will enjoy this. These two teams meet every year about this time of the year. We usually have a good seat for it, and we see the Warriors with another scoring burst. Last year they won 37-2. Tonight down 14-6. They score 43 unanswered. And a big reason, the junior quarterback, Cole Payton. What a night for him. The team scores 49. Nearly all of them were scored by Payton.
What a night for the quarterback. Your player of the game once again, Cole Payton. 5 rushing touchdowns. That one a 72-yarder in the second quarter. He was also masterful in the passing game. Had some interception trouble into the third, start of the fourth, but he made the plays when he needed to. Directed this offense down the field time and again. Another great performance here on Game Time for Cole Payton.
355 yards, total offense, 6 touchdowns. Payton accounts for, and Westside defeats Prep 49-21. Let's go down to the field and welcome in Cole Payton's head coach, Brett Freund. Coach, congratulations on the victory. Before we talk about your quarterback, John and I want to talk about your defense. You were behind 14-6. You look up at the board over your shoulder. Your defense only gave up a touchdown after that. Why was the defense so good tonight?
Well, you know, early on we missed a few assignments. You know, they capitalized, but we had some guys in the wrong place. They missed the assignments a little bit, and they capitalized on it. But after we straightened that out, we were pretty confident and solid that our game plan was going to come through, and it did. The kids played hard, they played physical, and once we got things straightened out, they played fantastic football.
All right, Coach, now we'll get to the quarterback question. Cole Payton, 5 rushing touchdowns, another one through the air tonight. I mean, what can you say about your quarterback?
A defensive guy, and when there's a quarterback that can do that, that makes it tough on defenses. And so, yeah, he took the load for us and did a great job getting out of the pocket. He could have done it a few more times, I would have preferred, but he played a good game, made good decisions, and carried us tonight. And that's what we need going down the stretch. He's a fantastic football player.
One quick question before we let you go. Everyone knows about Avante Dickerson in your offense, but what about the development of Kobe Bretz?
the kid's a playmaker. You know, we knew that coming in, and he's a high-level athlete, and he's just getting started, playing with a little bit of injury, but he knows the offense well and knows the defense. He comes downhill really fast, but he's a force to be reckoned with, and I'm glad we have him on our team because he's a fantastic asset for us.
Brett, congratulations. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate
That's
it.
Brett Freund, the head coach of Westside, after a 49-21 victory by the Warriors against Creighton Prep to open up district play. It's homecoming. They wore all black. It was a blackout. It was lights out for Cole Payton, lights out for that defense. More from Phelps Field after this. Warriors over the Junior Jays.
Tonight's Game Time Player of the Game is brought to you by Iowa Western. The world is waiting. Check out the stories behind the games all season long. Visit yourview.com.
Get up to a $1,000 rebate and pay no interest for 36 months. During National Kerastane Month at Kelly's Carpet Omaha, when you buy Kerastan's Smart Strand Silk Forever Clean Carpet with all pet protection, the only warranty covering all pets, all accidents, all the time. You also get free furniture move, carpet tear up, and haul away. 36-month financing also available on all Mohawk ceramic, LVT, laminate, and wood flooring. At Kelly's Carpet Omaha, 90th and L.
You're watching Game Time on YourView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Westside downs their rival Creighton Prep 49-21. They've turned the lights out here, and on cue, it's a fireworks show as they celebrate homecoming. And the Warriors celebrate the fact they have a junior quarterback that is one of the best in the state. Great command of the offense, and a team that didn't get rattled because Creighton Prep got off to a great start tonight. Tim Yonk and his staff had a great game plan going in. But as Brett Freund told us, John, once the Warriors adjusted defensively, they kind of settled in, and we saw offensively Peyton take over, and defensively they played really, really well for about the last 25 minutes of the game.
Hey, where does Brett Freund keep finding these guys to play quarterback for him? I mean, that's a run of about 4 straight now that he's just, I don't know, digging out of the garden. They must grow him around here because Cole Payton is just the next one in line who's been doing it and doing it well.
All right, the fireworks are actually for John and myself. These highlights are for all of you.
Got started. Hey, it looked like Prep early had come to light up the scoreboard, but it turned out to be the Westside Warriors who were going to make those little lights flicker several times on the evening, and a lot of it due to number 9, Cole Payton. That 72-yarder, you've seen it a few times. We keep showing it because it's so spectacular. Payton, you're going to see him get in the end zone a whole bunch. This one was special. Spin move in the backfield, shows you the finesse. Shoulder down at the goal line for the power. He can really do it all, and he can do this too. Look at that, perfectly placed ball. Kobe Brett's back in the end zone, touchdown. And then a couple of quarterback sneaks were just icing on the cake. As at one point in this game, Westside scored 36 unanswered. A year after they scored 37 unanswered. And they rolled to the 49-21 victory.
That is a monster number on the right side on total yards. 567 for Westside to 237. Cole Payton had 355 of those on his own, 32 first downs, but 384 yards rushing. What a night for Westside in this 4-touchdown victory.
Well, and to be honest, they took their foot off the gas for most of that fourth quarter after they were up 42-21. And it you know, had they needed to, they probably could have gone for 700 tonight, Gary. I mean, that offense was just on fire.
Yeah, nearly 1,000 yards given up by Prep defensively the last 2 weeks. They have a good quarterback in John Coniglio. They have plenty of weapons on offense, but they're going to have to fix that defense moving forward. We'll see Prep a little bit later on in the season against Millard South. We'll see Westside in a couple of weeks. We will see all of you next week at Kinnick Stadium when Papio South takes on Omaha North. For our fantastic crew, what a way to go out on this Friday night, week number 5. For our director, Katie Keating. For my partner, John Schreiner, our stats man, the Hall of Famer, Frank Ryan, I'm Gary Sharp. Again, the final score, Cole Payton accounts for 6 touchdowns as Westside downs Creighton Prep 49-21. We'll talk to you next week from North. Good night, everybody.
Game Time high school football action on your view is presented by Iowa Western. The world is waiting.